94.1 San Antonio Sports Star beginning at 7 o'clock. Now, we know the Cowboys are going to be playing the Giants at Jerry World on Thanksgiving. Texans take on the Ravens in a rematch of their divisional round playoff game on Christmas Day. On Netflix, Cowboys-Texans, Monday night, November 18th.
Guess what day it is?
Joe Reinagle.
For the third time in 7 seasons, the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Mike. What day is it, Mike? Hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day! Here we go!
Day!
Woo! Hump day!
Hump day!
Yeah. Hump day, baby.
It is the Blitz on Hump Day. 94.1 as San Antonio Sports Star. He is Ryan Eagle.
Toe works on a Wednesday, on a hump day.
Uh-huh.
Hump day!
Hump day!
I'm Jason Minix. James Pledger with a bad toe on the other side of the glass. Are you wearing shoes today? Good.
Wow.
Hurt like hell to put them on? Yeah.
He's got to put a bunch of Band-Aids on that thing.
Yeah.
Poor Pledge. Wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, though.
It's
I mean, it's a toe.
Wait till you hurt your toe, sir.
Well,
Have you ever dealt with a bad toe?
I have. Yeah.
Anybody not? At some point in our life, I think we've all broken a toe or felt like we've broken a toe, especially your big toe.
Oh, that's not good if it's your big toe.
Oh, that's awful. I remember back in the day, just mad as hell when Deion Sanders couldn't go play because he had a hurt toe. Get out. Until you hurt your toe. I remember my dog would brush up. I'm in the recliner and the tail would hit my toe and I'd come flying out of the chair.
Well, that's the whole thing. And I've never had this that I know of, turf toe.
Yeah.
Right. But, and guys get, they sit down for that and you're thinking, come on.
It's a toe. Come on.
But apparently that
it hurts like hell.
Hurts like hell.
Hurts like hell.
Yeah.
So it's like a Friday for one Joe Reinagle.
Oh, wow. It sure is.
Oh, wow. Like you've just noticed.
I forgot.
You both. Come on.
Yeah, taking a couple of days off to play a little golf.
Now think about where you are in your life when you can take off work to go play in a 3-day golf tournament.
Yeah.
And this is serious golf or a drunk fest golf tournament?
Well, it can be serious. I'll let you know tonight. See, tonight's the whole Calcutta and stuff where you buy teams.
You buy teams.
Well, yeah. And
okay.
It's really, I don't know. I'm assuming it's legal. We do it every year.
Well, I mean.
Well, you bid on teams like me and my friend Daryl Habe are a team. And it's so, people can bid on us. And if we do well,
who bids on you?
You win a lot. Everybody else that's playing. Like I can bid on any team that I want.
So when you say bid, to create your foursome?
You buy it. No, you buy a team.
Do you bid on yourself?
You can't. Yeah, absolutely.
You
buy your team.
Do you bid on yourself or do you bid on the ringer?
No, not myself, but I've got a teammate.
Okay.
So our team, we can gamble on that. It's just like going to a horse race.
Yeah.
And saying, hey, I want Joe and Daryl.
Now, I've met Daryl before.
First. Yeah.
Daryl seems like a pretty smart guy.
He is.
I mean, successful at what he does.
He is. Yes.
And yet he picks you to be the ringer in the golf tournament.
Well, no. Let's get that. I'm not the ringer. Okay.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
Daryl's pretty good player, and there'll be but it's flighted, right?
So you're the sympathy player for Daryl.
So we don't play in against guys that are much better than us. So it's the whole thing's flighted depending on your handicap.
So is this where you lie about your handicap? Like, yeah, I'm a plus 18.
No, you can't do that because
you can lie. It's golf. It's cheating. If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
I guess you can.
I mean, how's your foot wedge doing? That's why you have to have a good toe.
There's a whole system called GHIN. It's called GHIN, right? So every time you play, you're supposed to enter your score in there. Now, truth be told, you can enter whatever the hell you want.
Well, that's
Nobody's
what I'm saying.
Know.
It's the honor system.
So, yeah.
Which, again, most people lie and say, yeah, I'm a 4 handicap.
I'm an honest guy. I'm an honest guy.
The hell you are. And then I look at something like this. Yeah, I'm a 17 handicap, so you'll have a better chance of winning because the prizes at this thing are pretty damn good.
I mean, I play to an 11 handicap. That's what I play to.
Bragger.
Which that's not. I'd much rather be single digits. Daryl is single digits,
Mm-hmm.
but
Pledge is single digits.
Pledge is single digits.
Pledge is handicap. He can actually count on one hand.
Oh yeah,
I need both hands, 2 feet, and your hands to get to mine.
I've seen Pledge play. It doesn't scare me.
Yeah,
That's just a number.
it's just a number.
Yeah, I mean, there's still, and I guess once we go play, whenever that happens, he keeps ducking me. But eventually we'll play.
Well, all right. So eventually we'll got to get his toe healthy and get out to the Golf Club of
It's
Texas
always something.
and be able to do this. Well, the last time, I'm trying to think, how many times have we actually played with you and Pledge?
I played one time, I guess. Just once.
Just once or twice.
Yeah, because I wasn't there for when he stumbled in drunk that day.
Oh, you weren't at that
I
one?
wasn't at that one, no.
Oh. Here, I was thinking he was because his, drunk and the great night before because he kept bragging about,
I saw the rug burn, though.
Well, exactly. All of that. And he still kicked our ass and he couldn't walk, but he could still drive.
Right.
Right?
I've seen him play once.
Yeah.
I'm not scared.
Yeah.
Especially now. You know what's funny about
especially now?
Well,
because you've been practicing?
Yeah, I have been, and working on a few things.
What are you working on?
Well, there's little tweaks that you have to make. You can't do a whole overhaul getting ready for a tournament, but there's a few tweaks you can make.
And what tweaks have you made, sir?
Well, a few.
I mean, you pretend you're being interviewed here, talking with pro golfer Joe Reinagel here on the Blitz.
I actually know a dude at the PGA store over there on Blanco, and he was showing me some things. I said, look, dude, I can't go through a whole overhaul, but
well, that guy sells shirts and shorts, man. Why are you listening to
they're
him?
pros over there. Are you kidding me? These guys are pros.
Are they?
So he gave me a couple
Looked
of
like he just got out of class and came straight over to work.
Now this guy,
Mom dropped him off.
No, this guy's actually, they have teaching pros over there.
Do they really?
They really do.
Huh.
They give lessons all the time.
I don't go to the simulator part of the store. I see what shorts they have. See if there's a shirt.
Dude, it's fun to hit balls into those simulators.
Well, yeah.
You can play all different kinds of golf courses.
There used to be a place over off of Stone Oak by Mellow Mushroom called Golf Tech. And they had all those simulator bays in there.
It's pretty cool.
I don't know what it cost to open up that thing, but they had these bays. But you want to play Augusta? Go ahead. You want to play Pebble Beach? Go ahead. You want to play St. Andrews? Why fly to Scotland? You could do that right here, right?
You can actually do that at what's with the nets there on I-10? What's that called?
Top Golf. Top Golf.
You can play golf courses there too.
Well, and they've got those Top Golf simulators like over at the JW Marriott.
They do.
Same kind of thing. But I've never done it at the PGA store. I go over there, I look around, I don't need nothing here, and then I go to the Ace Hardware next door and get some barbecue stuff.
Right. PGA store is good. Nice folks.
Yeah.
Got my clubs regripped.
Good little taco spot over there too. Taco Boulevard.
Yeah, and then not Buffalo Wild Wings, but Wingstop is right there
over
too.
there.
Yeah,
exactly. Somebody might be listening who's about to live near Blanco. He needs to know all those.
Absolutely. Yes. Somebody needs to know all that.
There you go, AJ. That's a tour of Blanco Road.
There you go.
Yeah.
A lot
Stoneworks in there. Sit at the bar by yourself.
Yeah, that's over there too.
Yeah.
Big Target.
And Kennedy's right down the end of the way.
Kennedy's is down there.
Yeah. And close your night playing a little blackjack.
Got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Aldino's is right there.
Yeah.
Snooze. Got all kinds of stuff.
The problem with snooze.
You're not a snoozer?
I'm not waiting for breakfast. And there's always a wait. I've never eaten at snooze.
No.
Oh,
There's always a wait. The couple, 3 times we've tried, I'm not waiting 45 minutes for breakfast.
Well, you get an app. They have an app.
I don't give a damn.
And before you leave the house,
I don't care.
You get on the waiting list.
By
the time you get to the restaurant, you're in.
No, what's that? Going over there by Top Golf, there's that. There's another Kirby Lane. That's a hell of a breakfast.
All right.
And generally not a wait or a long wait.
Well, what does that tell you? If there's a wait at a restaurant and you go to another one, there's not a wait.
There's a lot of people that are waiting to get into a place so they can post it on Instagram. And there's another place where people just want to go eat.
I'm just wondering.
I'm just saying. Now, I've been to Kirby Lane where there is a wait. And we've gone somewhere else. Only breakfast worth waiting for is Magnolia Pancake House.
I guess.
And even then, I'm not going on a Saturday or Sunday because I'm not waiting 2 hours for breakfast.
It's good, but yeah, I'm not a big pancake guy.
You don't get the pancakes there.
Well,
I don't.
I
don't get the pancakes there.
It's good, but I mean, I don't see this whole. Everybody, it's kind of like going to In-N-Out Burger. Everybody, you got to go there. Best burger ever. I went like,
no,
okay,
and nobody has actually ever said that.
No, people do.
Well, there's one guy.
Cheese balls from L.A. and the West Coast.
That's it. But that's hometown for them.
I guess.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah. John Silver, he said, when you go there, do you simulate your white belt? No, it's the actual white belt. It's real.
You wear your white belt to the golf simulator?
No, I don't.
You got to dress the part.
I got it on now, though.
Oh, it's because you got an event tonight.
I know.
You got your Calcutta.
A little putting contest that I got to get to.
You could really not go. We've seen you putt.
No, I'm very good at it.
Wait,
sure.
Remember at the at our golf tournament and Flight by Yingling set up that putting contest?
I do. Yeah,
it wasn't that difficult. You didn't. You were struggling that day, but it was somebody else's putter.
Do you make every putt you putt?
Good Lord, no.
Well, okay, then.
No.
All right.
No, I suck at golf. I enjoy playing.
That's the
I enjoy being outside chasing a little white ball while drinking beer. There's times where I'm not even going to hit this one, man. I'm good. I'm not pretending. I've got a big 3-day tournament I've been practicing for. I've got my white belt and everything.
Well, this will be there will be plenty of alcohol on the golf course for sure. Yeah. So all of that stuff.
At least you're playing an easy course.
It's good, and this is the third year now since I started here at San Antonio Sports Star that you guys have allowed me to take a long weekend to play.
We've allowed you. You have vacation days.
I do. I had to use them too.
Well, did you really?
Sure.
Why?
I didn't.
I mean, you've been here long enough for the vet move.
Well,
nobody's going to know you're gone.
Of course they will. Look at all these people.
Well, you know what I mean. Management types.
I got you. You're nice enough to let me skip out of here a little early today. So that was nice. Yeah, that's good.
It'll be fine.
Awesome.
Look at you wearing even the Dominion shirt. You're ready to go. So like that gets me to the guard gate. Hey, boss, I got the shirt on already. That's the shirt from last year.
It's like Caddy Day at the Dominion. Okay, we know the riffraff is coming in, so be ready for him.
Yeah. Good Lord.
That's going to be fun. Looking forward to it.
NBA playoffs last night. Yeah, they weren't the greatest of games.
But
some great performances.
Can we just answer the debate of who the MVP is, please? There should be no more debate.
I don't think there was.
Well, there was.
Just in your mind.
There were some people that were.
There's always those people. There's always those people.
The Joker is making the Defensive Player of the Year look extremely silly.
Now, there's a debate on DPOY. And
he actually made Wemby look silly, too. So don't look at me like that, Pledge.
Well, it
kind of makes everybody look silly.
There was a game that Wemby played against him that made you go, well, maybe he does deserve Defensive Player of the Year. But it's a regular season award.
Exactly.
Just ask Dak Prescott. There's a difference between regular season and playoff success.
Yes, there is.
Let's talk about it coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. If you need your logo on any kind of gear, if you're a business owner, a manager, a club leader, you need that logo on gear, you need to get into Sammy's Embroidery and Printing down on San Pedro, especially if you need caps done. Sam has over 25,000 caps and more than 75 color combinations on display in his showroom. He's got all the popular cap brands like Katie Caps, Nike, Cap America, the Richardson 112 style trucker caps in stock. If you need T-shirts screen printed, go see Sam. You need your logo on a golf shirt, a fishing shirt, any kind of shirt, Sam will get you taken care of. Sammy's Embroidery and Printing. Nobody has better prices. Sam has all the big name brands, North Face, Eddie Bauer, Travis Matthew, Port Authority, to name a few. And he's the only company in Texas with one-day turnaround. No order too small, certainly no order too big. And all items do come with a warranty. Call 210-824-3900, 824-3900, or better yet, go by that massive showroom down on San Pedro, 1 mile inside Loop 410, next to Big Lots across from McDonald's, or check the website, samsembroidery.com for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
San Antonio Sports Star.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Find what you love, love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines. Guides in the know and prices so low. It just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
Only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly. Be 21.
Sherry, what have you done to your hair?
What do you mean? Does it not look good?
It doesn't look good. It looks freaking amazing. I can't believe how thick and healthy it looks. Oh, I must know your secret.
No secret. It's hair volume from New Nordic.
Hair volume, huh? Well, it certainly lives up to its name. Your hair has never looked so thick. It is gorgeous.
I was so tired of having thin and brittle hair. Ugh, and the shedding. So I figured I'd give hair volume a try. Needless to say, I'm thrilled with the results. Hey, where are you going?
I'm going to pick up some hair volume right now. My reunion's next month and I want my hair to look as good as yours.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural health products from New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Scandinavia. Purchase at newnordicusa.com or your local Walgreens, Rite Aid, or CVS. Available as a tablet or delicious gummy. Help your hair look full, voluminous, and beautiful again at nordicUSA.com, Walgreens, Rite Aid, or CVS.
Come to Generations Federal Credit Union for a great competitive rate on a home equity loan. Consolidate debt, pay off credit cards, renovate your home, and more. With flexible terms, fixed rates, and minimal closing costs. All with easy applications and fast local decisions. Apply today at Generations Federal Credit Union.
Rates and terms subject to approval and may change without notice. Full terms and conditions at mygenfcu.org/homeequity. Equal housing lender.
Hormones can affect everything. Bad skin, bad hair, low energy, poor sleep, brain fogginess, libido, and weight gain. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and we take a functional approach to your hormone problems. Eating right and exercise will not be beneficial without optimal hormone function. This goes for men and women. We do state-of-the-art testing to get to the root of your hormone issues and help you get well and stay well. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health. We can help. 210-468-1891.
The success you've had in life matters. The late nights, the extra shifts, the moments you've stood up and said, I've got this. At University of Maryland Global Campus, we value your achievements because we're a school for real life. With us, you can earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and life and work experience, or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. We offer scholarships, affordable tuition, and online and hybrid classes, all with the support you need from your first day to graduation day and beyond. As an accredited state university, we've been transforming lives for over 75 years. Choose from more than 125 undergraduate and graduate degrees and certificates, and get ready to succeed again. Now is the perfect time to take the next step in your life and education. Apply by May 31st and get your application fee waived. Combined with affordable tuition, scholarships, and financial resources, your degree is more attainable than ever before. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is The Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. While it is a Hump Day Wemby Wednesday, that means tomorrow we judge meat and give away a $50 gift card to Tri-County Meat Market. So if you've done some grilling, make sure you upload those photos to the Grilling with the Blitz page at sasportstar.com.
You know, a lot of people did a lot of grilling over the weekend. Mother's Day weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get those pictures in. Why not get a free $50 at Tri-County Meat Market, man? It goes a long way.
You posted it on Instagram. You posted it on Facebook. I know, like, this weekend is Traeger Day. So I know a lot of you are going to be trying to win all the cool stuff from Traeger and posting, myself included. So I got to figure out what I want to do. It's got to be something easy. We got to go to a wedding on Saturday night
nice.
in Bandera.
Wow.
So
are you staying there?
I don't know.
You need to.
I mean,
you should stay.
I just do what I'm told. I have no idea.
I'm just saying so you can have a good time.
Saturday's one of those days. Like my wife's like, oh, well, a friend of ours, their kid is graduating high school and has the big party on Saturday. I'm like, we got to get the bandera.
Yeah.
If we're going to Lumpy's wedding, we got to go. And so it's like, all right, well, we, might skip that. But then she's like, well, if we go to the wedding and then we come back, we could get the tail end of the party. I'm like, what are you doing? We're going to bandera. It's a wedding.
You should do what you're told, man.
It's all I do.
Whatever Joanna wants.
All I ever do is what I'm told, unless I don't.
Yeah.
That's.
Dude, did I tell you what I saw today coming over here?
What did you see today?
I'm driving down.
Here we go.
I'm driving down Harry Wurzbach, and it's the intersection. I guess that's not Harry Wurz, but you know where the funeral home is right there?
Eisenhower and Austin Highway.
Yeah.
Yes. The Sunset Funeral Home.
That's the one.
Yes.
So I'm sitting there at the red light, and dude's got a white car, kind of souped up, big tires, and in big letters on the back of his window, Dua Lipa rules. It's some dude in there, man. And look, I know that the guy is a lot of people are big fans, and she's easy to look at, and I get it, but I'm not sure I would. I mean, big letters. Dua Lipa rules. Oh, that's a great idea, Jim. I thought that was funny. Made me laugh. LOL.
Speaking of Dua Lipa, we will get qualified.
Yes.
Get you qualified. Your chance to get qualified for ACL 3-day wristbands coming up in about 10 minutes.
Nice. We're going to do that 4 times today.
We will, but we're going to do some things a little bit different.
We are.
We'll give you some details coming up here in, I don't know, in a little while.
Yeah, in a little while.
In a little while. So, did you wake up this morning and try to buy the new Wemby shoes?
I did not. No, I didn't.
James Pledger did.
Uh-huh.
Spent all morning in a queue just to be told, nope, sold out.
That's too bad.
I saw on Twitter, every size was sold out in less than 5 minutes.
Now, I wonder how many pairs of shoes that is.
17. I don't know.
I'm serious.
I mean, Nike, why not make more? If you sell them all out in 5 minutes, supply and demand. I mean, you could have tripled and they would have all been sold out in less than 15 minutes. You still make a bunch of money, and you still got a bunch of people mad that they couldn't get any. And you could have made more money today.
Well, that's why they pay guys like Wemby the money that they pay them, and they make it back in one day.
I don't know. I'm still waiting for the T-shirt.
Well,
I don't know
I'm
that
sure
I
that's
want.
coming.
I don't know that I want glow-in-the-dark shoes, but I wouldn't mind a T-shirt with that logo.
Might not be official, but you never know. Some dude on the side of the road might be selling it in a tent.
Dude, we got a listener right now who could make one that looks just like it.
Oh, yeah.
With his own little spin on it.
That's right. Yeah. You want that cute little
alien
official.
Well, I don't give a damn.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
His logo almost looks like they've been touristy stuff in Roswell, New Mexico.
Yeah.
And if you've ever been to Roswell, you buy all that stuff and you can kind of go with it. It works. Even the street lamps there are little alien heads.
Nice. I've never been there.
Roswell?
Never have.
I have.
Huh.
And you buy a lot of alien toys.
Stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. I wonder if they'll have another day. You think that's all they made? I mean, it's there's so many questions.
Well, this edition done.
Oh.
You'll have another one. You would hope. I just want the T-shirt pledge. Said, how long were you in the queue?
I got in there probably about 15 minutes early and stayed about 10 minutes late before they finally.
Does
told
it
me
tell
no.
you a number like Ticketmaster? There are 2,000 plus ahead of you.
No.
So you're just in there hoping. And then what would have happened if you would have actually made it and they said, all right, size 6 is all you can get? Would you have bought them or size 14? I don't know what size shoe you have, but but if your size wasn't available, would you have just bought shoes to have them since you weren't going to wear them anyway?
I didn't think that far ahead.
Well, I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. Let's talk about the games that we saw last night. Denver looked like they were on roadside dead after they went to Minnesota. They now lead that series 3-2 and look just as dominant as they did pathetic in the first two games.
I tell you
what a turnaround.
The Joker is just incredible. And last night he gets his MVP trophy and plays like one. It was just, it's so cool to watch. It really is when that guy gets going and does what he does. And he's embarrassing Rudy Gobert and everybody else for that matter, wearing the Minnesota Timberwolves thing. And I love how basketball series go because we all do it. We're all guilty of it. Minnesota wins the first two games. They're the greatest team in the West. They're going to the finals. And then now here Denver is again sticking its head back up. And it's the way it works. Denver looks tough. When Joker's playing that way, they're tough to beat.
Well, the Joker and the supporting cast. It's the Knicks blow out Indiana last night. They now lead that series 3-2. Jalen Brunson just continues his dominating playoff run of those two series. Knicks now lead the Pacers 3-2. Denver leads Minnesota 3-2. Either of them going to go 7?
Wow.
I mean, it's your Friday.
Well, honestly, I really think Indiana, they just don't play any defense. And it's just nuts. I really thought they would put up a bigger fight than that. And I thought they would win the series, to be totally honest with you. But then you got a guy like Jalen Brunson who's just playing out of his mind.
And again, the Knicks team that we saw last night, I have trust issues with the Eastern Conference teams that I think have a chance to win. And if I can get that kind of Knicks performance, I really like this New York team. Be damned with their coach and all the stuff that he seems to take when they lose because you play the guys too hard and too much and you're Tibbs and you're mean and whatever, right?
He's old school.
Rick, oh man, small town teams deserve to win too. Well,
dude.
You got to play defense.
Exactly.
Kind of reminds me watching the Pacers when he was coaching the Mavericks.
Yeah.
There's no defense being played, and if they can't make baskets, they're screwed. To get blown out like they did, and what a last night was one of those games, and we've seen it in this playoff run. Man, when the Garden is rocking, that's why it is Mecca. And the Knicks alumni that were out, just like what an environment that must have been last night there at Madison Square Garden.
I guess Reggie Miller wasn't there last night, huh? I don't think he was. I was watching the game, kind of without sound, but it was, he would have been pretty embarrassed after the stuff he was saying.
Well, I mean, it goes with the territory.
I could see that series going 7 games, though. I could see Indiana getting off the mat, winning at home in Game 6, and then we got a Game 7 in Madison Square Garden.
A Game 7 at Madison Square Garden.
I could see that happening.
That'd be an awesome trip to go on.
It would be. Yeah, it would be.
2 games tonight. Let me rephrase that. There's 1 game tonight, and then and then there's a ceremony. Boston should be sending Cleveland to Cancun tonight at home. They are a 15.5-point favorite.
Wow.
And the problem is there's nobody left for Cleveland. I mean, like if TNT could, I don't know, show a Law and Order rerun, they probably would. There's nothing about that game that looks attractive tonight. Now watch, Cleveland will end up winning because it's Boston and you don't trust them.
You don't know, but nobody's playing again, I think, right? Everybody that matters for Cleveland is hurt or questionable, and you don't expect them to play. So, and why would you at this point in time? Everybody's a rah-rah, and you still think you can come back, but why put Donovan Mitchell out there? Just let him sit. Take your lumps. I wish I could just raise the white flag. Say, you know what? We're leaving tonight for Cancun.
Well, did you watch Get Up this morning?
I did not.
So Windhorst was on the Get Up this morning. And Donovan Mitchell has played it very close to the vest about his options.
Sure.
And this summer, Cleveland can extend him and give him a boatload of money.
Right.
Kind of like when he was leaving Utah, he played everything close to the vest, and he got out of Utah. If he's not going to sign the extension, then Cleveland's going to trade him for a haul.
Sure.
Man, I would love a Donovan Mitchell in San Antonio. And when there was talks about him in Utah, I was saying the same thing. Man, I would love a Donovan Mitchell in San Antonio.
That would be fantastic.
Donovan Mitchell, Trae Young. Donovan.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever you want, Cleveland. You need Keldon. You want picks? You have 4 and 8. And a Keldon. Throw in a
Sohan.
Could you a Sohan, a Vassell? Take a Blake Wesley.
Whoa,
dude. Donovan Mitchell. You want one of next year's number ones? Go ahead.
That would be.
I would love a Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
In San Antonio.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool.
If that, and again, as they said this morning on TV, Donovan Mitchell is given zero indication that he's not happy or unhappy in Cleveland and he wants out. He's also given zero indication that he wants to sign a max extension.
In other words, he's playing it perfectly.
Very much like he did in Utah.
Yep.
All I'm saying is if there's a Donovan Mitchell on the table, Brian Wright, you do what it takes to get a Donovan Mitchell to San Antonio.
Wow, that'd be great. You talk the price for that.
Who
would
cares?
Be outrageous.
We've got money. We've got picks. I mean, they could have our second round picks until 21-45. I don't give a damn.
Hey, I'm not going to disagree with you. I'd love to have that guy. I'd much and I'll agree with you even further. I'd much rather have him than Trae Young.
Yes. You could have Keldon and Keldon's brother.
And
somebody noticed I said Keldon 3 times. Look, we'll all go over to Keldon's house and help him pack the U-Haul. Whatever it takes.
Yes. Poor Keldon.
But yes, a Donovan Mitchell, if he becomes available, yes.
Yeah, we'll see. But
yes.
I mean, what's been rumored there? New York, I think, right? That he'd like to go to.
I mean, why do you got to rain on the parade?
Well, I'm just saying.
I mean,
guys like that.
Are you going back to nobody wants to come to San Antonio?
No, I'm not saying that.
They don't have a Wemby in New York.
They don't.
And
that makes a difference.
That makes a difference.
Makes a huge difference.
I imagine somebody in the Spurs office was online this morning, was able to get some secret stash Wemby PEs that they can throw in to close any kind of deal, because those things, everybody wants them. Not everybody can get them. So we'll throw in a pair of Wemby shoes that glow in the dark to get a Donovan Mitchell here.
Would they be his size, or
who the hell cares? They don't wear them. They put them on I don't even know if they go on a shelf. Don't they just stay in the box? It's like LaMarcus Aldridge had a whole house in his backyard with nothing but shoes that were in boxes.
Well, LaMarcus Aldridge was a rich man, and he still is a rich man, and he can afford to buy shoes and just put them in a house. If I'm buying a $200 pair of shoes, I'm wearing them. All right? I'm wearing them. I'm making sure they glow in the dark. I'm making sure all of that stuff.
Just not when it rains. I mean, when I got my first pair of Jordans as a birthday present from Rob Thompson, it came with a set of rules on when you can wear these things.
Well,
you don't wear them if the weather is. It's like having the fancy sports car that you only drive on sunny Sunday afternoons on roads that aren't near construction sites, which is damn near impossible in San Antonio, and only when the forecast has a minus 10% chance of rain.
And again, that's not a problem we're ever going to have to worry about. That fancy sports car that you keep in the garage and only drive it when the sun's out. Not you, not me, not Pledge. Unless that lottery hits.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There's a chance.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll get a house like LaMarcus Aldridge and put my shoes in there.
Yeah, but you would have like 4 pair of golf shoes and be done.
Dude,
Your wife's shoes, that's another story.
Now, if anybody does this, great. God bless you. Pledge wanted to buy. That's just not for me. That's what you want to do with your money, that's fine. I got no problem. There's no judgment.
Get off my lawn.
No.
You're judging.
No,
you're judging.
I'm just saying that's not for me.
Judging. You're judging.
It's not for me.
I got you.
Anybody else that wants to do
white
that?
belts are for you.
White belts are for me. I like that. And see, that's not for everybody.
No, it's really not. And it really shouldn't be for you either.
Well, it is, because it looks good.
It doesn't.
I'm stylish.
Are you?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Extremely. As a matter of fact, the next time I go out to the Golf Club of Texas, I'm wearing my white belt proudly, because I know they love them out there. And in fact, they ought to have a display of white belts. I'm unclear why they don't have that.
Because nobody buys them.
Yeah, well, they would. They would. You just put a picture of me up there, and they'd fly off the shelf.
Again, they're trying to sell items.
Hey, if you haven't been to the Golf Club of Texas lately, you have not been to the Golf Club of Texas. remodeling, the changes they have made out there is just incredible. And I tell you what, it's not a private club, but you go out there, you're going to think it is. It certainly has that country club feel. It's open to the public 7 days a week. The Golf Club of Texas offers some of the best course conditions with the friendliest staff. Not only that, they've got the Tin Cup restaurant out there. It's a family-friendly restaurant, best sit-down restaurant in that part of San Antonio. And you know what else they do at the Golf Club of Texas, which I love? Special events. Like the third Friday of every month, they have live music out there. In fact, this Friday, they're going to have Crossfire out there, a crawfish boil coming up on May 25th. That's all the stuff. And you can find out exactly what they're doing. All you have to do is go to golfclubtexas.com. Again, that's golfclubtexas.com. You can also find the best rates there online at golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, get out there. It is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
If you want to get qualified for those ACL wristbands, get on the phone lines now. Trivia coming up. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Thursday on the Morning Huddle, we know the schedules. We'll tell you what you'll be doing in the middle of October.
And we'll find out if I was as wrong about the Thunder as I was about the Timberwolves. Starts at 6 right here at the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
If you're a man and you live in San Antonio or the surrounding areas, you need to pay close attention to what I'm about to say. Are you having issues rising to the occasion? Do you constantly worry about whether or not you can perform? Have you completely stopped having adult time? Is it something you just don't talk about? Guys, we have a solution. Mojo, the 100% guaranteed male enhancement pill that's fast, effective, and was designed to reignite passion, performance, and confidence in the bedroom. Yeah. Be ready at a moment's notice with the Mojo Male Enhancement Pill from Pure Line Nutrition. And for those of you who have used Mojo, check out Mojo Enduramax. Touchdown! A new formula that improves the potency and effectiveness of Mojo. Get fast results, last longer, and be the man she'll never forget. Mojo and Mojo Enduramax. 100% natural male enhancement formulas only available at Pure Line Nutrition. Call now, 210-494-2210. That's 210-494-2210. Or visit us online at thepureline.com.
Over the past decade, the Roof Hub has proven to be the best place to watch games with those three massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the UFC fights, and when you show up at the Roof Hub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and certainly the best place to watch a game. The Roof Hub is next to the Angry Elephant and in the same plaza as the Big Blind. They're at 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roof.
Gas, groceries, utilities, you name it, the price of everything is going up. And if you're stuck in a bad timeshare with rising maintenance fees, the financial burden can be crushing. It is time to get your finances in order and get the real facts about that timeshare that you are stuck in and your options to get rid of it. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has been helping families out of horrible timeshares for over 10 years and has put together a complete timeshare exit information kit that he will send you absolutely free. To date, over 30,000 families have trusted Wesley Financial Group to help them out of financial hardship by getting them out of bad timeshares. Get the facts about how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation. Simply call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit and see how you can become timeshare free. Call 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. Once again, 800-462-3333.
Pack the Dome this Sunday as Puro San Antonio football returns to the Alamo Dome. The playoff pushes on for the San Antonio Brahmas as they return home Sunday against the Arlington Renegades. Fun for the entire family. Experience the excitement. Buy your tickets now at theUFL.com. Come watch Coach Wade Phillips lead the Brahmas against the Arlington Renegades this Sunday afternoon at 3 in the Alamo Dome. Get your tickets now at theUFL.com. That's theUFL.com. Vamos Brahmas!
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
Hi, it's Jason Minnick. You're listening to the home of the Aggies, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He is Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minnick.
Happy Wednesday, everybody.
It is a happy Wednesday.
Of course it is.
Hump day.
That's right.
It's that too.
It is Hump Day.
And based on this email from the boss, glad you guys are listening to
Absolutely.
the most listened to talk station and show in San Antonio, all formats.
Absolutely. It's good news when you get those, and it's thanks to everybody out there listening.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Wonder how our friends down the hall are looking at that. Not that we're competitive at all.
Not at all.
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking about that news talk station down there?
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and the guys that, are broadcasting up on Stone Oak Parkway.
Oh, yeah, those
same
guys.
thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Down the hall.
Uh-huh.
In any talk format.
It's here we come, and here we are.
Uh-huh.
Here to stay.
Ratings bonus.
Absolutely. Claymore, did you see this on our YouTube channel?
I did not.
He
What?
likes the Mojo Enduramax commercial. So I'm happy that's good. I hope it's working for you, Claymore.
FixMyLowT.com, Claymore.
Hey, it
The
works.
Reason Reinagel will have extra drive this weekend in his golf tournament.
Yes, exactly. Uh-huh.
All right, we've got to get you qualified for ACL Weekend 2, 3-day wristbands that we are going to give away on Friday night. We're getting you qualified all week long, 4 times on the Blitz for your chance. Here's the first. So get on the phone lines. We've got some trivia for you now. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776.
These unbelievable prizes. This is fantastic. And that's why we're doing it the way we're doing it. I mean, this is not just something your caller number, whatever.
It's $700.
That's what I'm saying.
These wristbands.
Yeah.
And they're valuable. And by the way, I got an email from ACL.
Oh, yeah?
Just a bit ago, that now we know what days everybody is playing.
Okay.
So, for example, the headliners on Friday night will be Chris Stapleton, Blink-182, Leon Bridges,
wow,
Nora Jones, and Foster the People. Your Saturday night headliners, Dua Lipa, Pretty Lights.
She rules, by the way.
According to that guy over by the funeral home. And then on Sunday, Tyler, the Creator, and Sturgill Simpson are your big headliners. But that's what I love. When they put out who's coming, that's one thing. When I see the days, that's when I buy.
Absolutely.
But these 3-day.
So Dua Lipa, Chris Stapleton, man, big.
Well, Chris Stapleton is on Friday night with Blink-182. Dua Lipa, Pretty Lights. They're your Saturday night headliners. Pledge, what are we? You're typing something about Wemby shoes. We're trying to get people qualified, but I can't see the screen.
Can't see the screen?
Well, because you put your little Wemby note in front of the call screen, so I can't read.
Oh.
See? What do you mean? Oh, well, see, Pledge mirrors 4 different computer screens onto one screen that I have here in the studio. So it wasn't covering up his screen, but it was covering up mine. See, and I couldn't see that right now. Ready for the trivia are Dave, Odell, Gabriel, and Mark. They're the first 4 in.
Yeah.
When they don't get it right, then you can be ready to go at 210-656-ESPN. Not that I don't have confidence.
Yeah,
that,
is that a prediction or
based on the way this has been going? I think we've only had one contest like where the second caller got it
we're
right.
feeling good today? That's going to be easy on these folks.
First caller never gets it right.
Well, no, that's true.
And congratulations, Dave.
That's you.
You're first up.
Awesome.
Well, you sound thrilled, Dave. Now let me ask you: you haven't been qualified, right? You haven't gotten qualified on the Morning Huddle or the Blitz, right?
I haven't been qualified to be a human, let alone be qualified for the tickets.
Well, that should get you qualified to get some Wemby shoes, for that matter.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. Just for you, Dave, and everybody out there, if you've already qualified, you're screwed. You can only qualify once. And don't call in if you're not willing to give out your information.
Exactly.
We had somebody that got qualified yesterday, but he didn't want to give his full name or his email address or phone number. And, well, how the hell are we going to contact you if you don't want to give up your information? So if you're that guy,
don't call.
Don't call.
Yeah.
All right. So, Dave, that's not you, right?
No, that's not me.
All right.
You might get lucky, Dave. Hang in there.
You might. All right, Dave, I'm gonna give you a what I think is a very easy trivia question. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. We know Blink 182 is going to headline on Friday night at ACL. How many times has Blink 182 played ACL?
This will be the first.
This will be the
What?
first. Yes.
Dave!
They are making their ACL debut.
Wow. How about that,
That was
Dave?
so lucky.
You're
I don't even know
qualified,
who
Dave.
Blink 182 is.
Wait, what?
Dave, quit
I
while
don't
you're
even know
ahead,
who
buddy.
Blink 182 is.
You have no idea. What the hell is wrong with you? How do you not know who Blink 182 is? It's one of my favorite bands. We play their music as bump music all the time.
Well, then that'll be my first opportunity.
All right.
Dave, what kind of music do you typically listen to?
Old.
Like what's
Old
old?
rock.
Well, I mean, Blink 182 has been, a crappy punk rock band for about 25, 30
Long
years.
time, yeah.
Well, Joe and I are old man baseball players, so we probably listen to even older than that.
Well, Dave, I know who Blink 182 is, though.
So do you.
Even I know who they are.
So you know them if you if you hear them.
Okay.
Are you sure? Dave, I got to ask you a question, man. Who are you going to give if you win these ACL wristbands? Who are you going to give the wristbands to? Because clearly this doesn't seem like your jam.
I'm keeping them.
Oh, you're keeping them.
Well, he wants to go see Blink 182.
He doesn't know who Blink is.
But he's going to get acquainted.
Hey, it's an opportunity.
It is.
It's actually Dua Lipa.
Is
She
that who?
rules.
Well, she rules.
Yeah.
Do you know who Travis Barker is?
Bob Barker's brother.
Close. He's
Nice.
married to a Kardashian, but he's the drummer of Blink 182.
Wow.
How about that?
Do you know Tom DeLonge?
Is he Gary DeLonge's brother?
It's not spelled the same, but no, they're not related. But Tom is in the band Blink 182. There's a theme here. Do you know who Mark Hoppus is?
Bass player.
Close enough. He's in the band.
There you
right?
go.
You got it.
Dave.
All right, Dave.
You're a qualified.
Yeah,
Dave.
hang on the line. You are qualified.
How about Dave? Didn't know anything, and then he gets it on the first guess.
Lucky.
Wow. Hey,
Lucky.
It's the way it works.
First time we've had the first person answer the question correctly, and it's for a guy that has no idea what the hell he just qualified for.
That's all right. Hey, he's going to have a great time. Go to ACL.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey, relive your youth.
There'll be bands there that he likes.
Dua Lipa rules.
Blink 182 is one of my favorites, man. And again, like even you know some of their songs.
Sure, I know Blink 182. Yeah.
And some of their songs, you're like, I don't know this song.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Blink 182.
Yes,
I know most of them, right?
Yeah.
But that's different. I'm sick that way.
I know Blink. Get qualified. 3:30.
All right, so we're going to do something a little different at the 3:30 qualifier because it's Wednesday.
Yeah.
And you know what Wednesday is around here on the Blitz?
What is it, Jason?
Well, it's Hump Day.
It is.
It's Hump Day. Pledge isn't paying attention. He's talking to Dave, getting information. And he has not put the Hump Day thing on my touchscreen. So I can't.
Well, that's too bad.
It really is.
I mean, that should be
and the fact that we talked about this before the show on how we were going to do it.
We did.
Is a little bit frustrating. Because either he should be ready for it or at least made it to where I could do it myself. And he's still not paying attention.
It's Hump Day.
It's Hump Day.
Okay.
It's Hump Day.
It is.
It is. So what we're going to do, because it's Hump Day.
Minix is looking through the glass window, expecting something, and he's not getting it.
No. All right. So what if you want to get qualified, now he's pointing it at me. Oh, look, he just put it on my screen.
Hump Day.
Finally. And then he put it way over here in the corner. So all right. So we know what day it is.
Hump Day.
Hump Day.
Hump Day.
Hump Day.
So to get qualified for the 3:30 contest, we need you doing Hump Day in a video at your office. Take those videos with people around you. The more people, the better.
Yes.
And video yourself saying Hump Day, whether it's with Joe coming up here in about 10 minutes or just on your own, go around your office and get a bunch of people to do that on video. Then take that video and tweet it to @JoeReinagle210, @Jason Minix, and @SA Sports Star. Make sure you're following all three accounts. And at 3:30, Pledge is going to find them all, and we're going to select a winner to get qualified for the 3:30 contest.
It's that easy. Look, I'm telling you, it's not difficult. You go into any place, a lot of people, everybody wants to say,
Hump Day.
Just like that. So the more people, the better.
Hump Day.
Yeah.
That was pathetic. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like Christmas for NFL schedule makers. Why do we get so excited about this?
Because you want to look forward to the matchups.
Well, it's the matchups. We know who they're playing. We know every team who their road and home opponents are. But tonight we'll know when do they go to certain cities. Like, I'm glad that the Cowboys are going to Cleveland in September. Because we know that, or it's not December. You know, it might be hot and muggy and maybe rainy, but it's not going to snow. Right?
Still going to be Cleveland.
It's still going to be Cleveland. It's still going to be Myles Garrett against a rookie.
Oh, my.
But you know that. Maybe you want to take a road trip and go to that game in Cleveland. You know, the idea of, we know that the Baltimore Ravens will play in Houston on Christmas Day.
Yes.
On Netflix. We already know that. So, you know, somebody like Pledge can say, hey, Mom, you know what I want for Christmas? Not to spend it with you, but I want tickets to go to Houston and go to that game. You know that. I've got a good friend of mine, Jason Thompson, April Ansira's husband. He's from Baltimore. He's mad as hell at that because, you know, Christmas Day is the one day he can't go because, you know, he's required to be somewhere else. So he's kind of bummed about that. So he got the coal in his stocking a little bit early today. He doesn't have to wait till 7 o'clock tonight, but also road trips. You know, a lot of people will, you know, I want to travel to this place and see this game, and you could start making your plans tonight. That's the excitement of it. The NFL just dominates everything, and that's one of the reasons why.
The only thing that's weird to me is that we have this big production tonight on ESPN about the
NFL
release
Network,
and the NFL Network, and we basically know most of the schedule.
No, we don't.
I mean, it leaks out like crazy. We know all the international games. We know the Cowboys are going to play the Texans on November 18th on Monday Night Football.
Oh, Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
And so they're not playing on Thanksgiving.
No, and
Why?
that sucks.
Because the Cowboys will play the Giants on Thanksgiving.
Because the Cowboys have to win on Thanksgiving Day, so they're playing the crappy Giants.
It's in the rule book.
Jeez, the Giants.
I don't know how many games you've watched the Cowboys get spoiled on Thanksgiving. That's not a guaranteed win.
Thing is the one that stands out to me.
Yeah.
Snowing against Miami.
1993. Leon Lett.
Oh, my goodness.
But no, you look at a lot of these games. They'll have the Giants on a Thursday night as well. So both Giants games are going to be on Thursdays.
How about that?
But there's 17 games we know for.
All right.
Right? So that's not all of them.
Well, we know they're going to play San Francisco on Monday night.
But we don't know when, or do we? I think we do. We might.
I don't know if we know when, but it's going to be on Monday night. And that's going to be that'll be a hell of a matchup.
It will be a hell of a matchup. I mean,
that's in San Francisco?
So yes. Let's see. The Cowboys, San Francisco, week 8.
Week 8
on Sunday night football.
Sunday night.
Sunday
okay.
night
All
football.
right.
The Saints in week 2 will be the home opener. Let's see, what else do we know? So yeah, I mean, well, it's gonna be fun. We'll check it out.
Yeah, it'll be on. Yeah, for sure.
We'll be ready.
Yes,
we'll be ready.
I love it.
Tonight,
NFL is king, and it ain't even close.
On the Joe actually figured out how to work the printer today, and I lost the sheet.
I did. You want the international?
The international. Yeah. Joe printed it out. Said we better read this.
I know it. Yeah. Isn't that nice? Look at this. Yeah, that's what I do around here. Everybody watching on YouTube.
Why didn't you print this in color?
Well, why do you need it in color? That's just a waste of colored ink.
I like color.
Well, it's black.
The answer is because you can't print in color. You haven't figured that out.
No, I figured it out, but on my computer, Pledge couldn't even figure it out on my computer.
Well, it's because you asked Pledge. You got to get Greg Shelton to
map sure.
Map your computer Shelton to the color printer. The London games, week 5, Jets at Vikings. Week 6, Jacksonville at Chicago. Week 7, New England and Jacksonville.
Jacksonville's going to move to London. Yeah, I mean, they're already setting it up, right? They play in London every year, and this year they're playing back-to-back games.
The poor folks in Munich get the Giants and Panthers. That might be as high scoring as most soccer games they go to.
So they'll fit right in. Panthers have got to be a little bit better this year, don't they?
Maybe. They got a running back now.
Well, they do. And it'd be the second year for Bryce Young. He's got to be a little bit, if he gets any protection at all.
Send in your videos.
Hump Day.
Joe Reinagle 210, at Jason Minix, at SA Sports Star to get qualified for the ACL 3-day wristbands.
More people saying it, the better you are.
We will select a winner around 3:30.
Yes.
Keep it locked. You're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. If you are going to fire up the grill this weekend, especially knowing that it's Traeger Day on Saturday, you got to have great meat. And the best place to go get that meat is at Tri-County Meat Market. Locally owned, full service. They have everything you need to up your grilling game. Beef ribs, pork ribs, English crosscuts. Their fajitas are fantastic. You want some great steaks? You get into Tri-County Meat Market. They have what you need with the quality you expect. And you can always take advantage of their Pick 5 for $25. And at Tri-County, they always offer a 10% discount for military and first responders. 2 great locations, on Ralph Fair Road and on Huebner, or online at tricountymeat.com.
Riding 1604 with the Blitz.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again.
Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Are you stressing about your IRS tax problems? Have you received notices from the IRS threatening to garnish your wages, levy your bank accounts, or seize your property? You need an ally. Allies Tax Relief has tax attorneys and enrolled agents that are ready to fight for you. They have saved millions for taxpayers just like you. Allies Tax Relief can help put a stop to IRS collections and, most importantly, negotiate your tax debt. Here's Brenda, a happy client of Allies Tax Relief.
I owed the IRS around $57,000, and they're about to start garnishing my paychecks. I heard a commercial on the radio about Ally's tax relief, so I thought I'd give them a call. After a day, they were able to at least stop the garnishments, and after a few months of negotiations, I walked away owing the IRS only $301.
If you owe the IRS, call Allies Tax Relief right now for your free consultation. Call 800-230-5174. 800-230-5174. That's 800-230-5174.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Robert Half research indicates 9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. If you have open roles, chances are you're feeling this too. That's why you need Robert Half. Our specialized recruiting professionals engage with our proprietary AI to connect businesses of all sizes with highly skilled talent in finance and accounting, technology, marketing and creative, legal, and administrative and customer support. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com today.
Family Talk with Straight Talk.
You give and you give. It's time to get with Straight Talk Wireless. You get a reliable 5G network and unlimited data, and you get to choose who joins your family plan starting as low as $25 a line. Does it have to be family? It can be family or people you like.
Get more lines and more savings. Switch to Straight Talk for family plan starting as low as $25 a line per month for 4 lines. Find us at Walmart and straighttalk.com. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com. Family plan discount with 4 lines, all on the Silver Unlimited plan. Taxes and fees apply.
Free! Who doesn't love free? With MyLowe's Rewards, you get the member-only treatment that's actually worth it. Enjoy free member gifts you'll love. And once you reach Silver Key status, you can get free standard shipping. Because Lowe's knows nothing feels better than free. Learn more about our new loyalty program at Lowe's.com/MyLowe's Rewards today. Program subject to terms and conditions. See Lowe's.com/terms for details. Member gifts may be subject to additional terms and restrictions. See Lowe's.com/shipping terms for details. Subject to change.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
NBA playoffs tonight. The Celtics look to close out the Cleveland Cavaliers in Boston at 6 o'clock, while the Mavs and the Thunder tied at 2 games each. Tip-off there for in Oklahoma City, set for 8:30. Both games, by the way, on TNT. San Antonio Sports announced that Piper High School's Nick Rogers, Harlan High School's Eddie Salas are going to be the head coaches in the 2025 San Antonio All-Star Football Game, January 11th in the Dome.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Guess what day it is?
Joe Reinagel.
For the 3rd time in 7 seasons, the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Mike. What day is it, Mike? Hump Day!
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 Yeah. Here we go!
Hope a lot of you were recording your videos just there.
Yes. What a great Wednesday it is.
Take those videos of you.
Hump Day!
And tweet them at Joe Reinagel 210, at Jason Minix, at SA Sports Star at 3:30. Somebody's going to use that video to get qualified.
Absolutely.
For 3-day wristbands to weekend 2 for the ACL Music Festival. So get yourself qualified. Tweet those videos. I expect to see some of those coming in real soon with you saying
Hump Day.
Yeah.
You can leave the yeah out.
Well, it's not me. That's what Clarence the Camel says.
Or Caleb.
Yeah. Clarence.
It's his brother.
Claude.
And 2.
Yeah. What?
Those
I have a sister named Claudia.
Those are the C names you come up with?
I have no idea. What else? Cindy?
Cindy the Camel?
Cindy the Camel doesn't have a ring to it, does it?
Marsha. Nah, Cindy doesn't work.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Everybody's looking,
Hump Day.
Everybody's looking at me like, Oh, okay.
Dude, I woke up this morning. There's a video of you on the SA Sports Star Instagram screaming Hump Day.
That was a nice surprise that the digital folks put together today.
Absolutely.
That was cool.
Welcome back to the team, Ryan.
Yes, Ryan. Happy to have you back.
Tweet those videos.
Do it.
Hump Day.
I love Wednesdays.
I know you do. Let's do the headline blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Two guys, two opinions, never enough time.
Last night was a first at the Minix household.
Really?
I get home a little bit later than I originally or normally would because I had to stop at Longhorn Cafe and get a chicken fried steak.
Of course you did.
I did.
How was it?
And it was fantastic.
Okay. All right.
I get home and my wife has the Indiana Fever game on against the Connecticut Sun.
Yeah.
And by the time I got home, Caitlin Clark sitting on the bench because apparently a referee thought the game was about him and not about Caitlin Clark.
Well, look, I mean, we all like to watch Caitlin Clark. I watched some of that game last night, and, there's a difference.
There's a
A
difference.
little step up from Iowa to the WNBA.
The 10 turnovers tell you that.
Absolutely.
But when I saw the fouls that she was called for, the hell is that referee thinking? I bet you he got a strongly worded email from the WNBA bosses today.
I'm sure he did because
that was piss poor officiating.
they need Caitlin Clark to stay in the game. People watching, but look, that team around her is not really good. And
there's a reason they had the number one pick.
And
It reminded me of somebody else's debut.
Connecticut is pretty good.
Well, they were the number one defensive team.
Yeah. So, but yeah, 10 turnovers that will improve, I'm sure.
Apparently, that's like the most ever in a debut for somebody.
Is that right?
Yes, yeah. 10 turnovers.
Well, I mean, she and Wemby have a lot in common.
I mean, that's what
when
I'm
he started
saying.
off,
Yeah.
a lot of turnovers.
A lot of turnovers.
She'll be all right.
She's gonna be just fine.
Absolutely.
But yeah, welcome to the league, kid.
Yes.
But the referee, what the hell are you thinking, man? I mean, and again,
you got to call fouls.
I mean, did you see the highlights of the fouls that they called?
I did.
Did you say, yeah, that was a foul, or did you go, what the hell is that ref thinking?
Yeah,
that was a ref that wanted to be about him.
Well, yeah, because
it was a ref that wanted to send a message to the rook.
She just needs to start flopping like LeBron. She'll be all right.
They'll learn.
Yeah,
flopping like LeBron. It's always got to be LeBron hate.
Well, he's just like a fish. Flop.
And Manu never did.
Well, Manu made it look good, though.
Bronny James, though, claims he never thought about playing with his dad in the NBA.
My dream has always just been to aim out, make a name for myself, and, of course, get to the NBA, which is everyone's end goal is here. And, I never thought about just playing with my dad, but he's brought it up a couple times.
If you're Bronny James, and I think that might be the first time I've actually ever seen him do an interview like that.
Uh-huh.
That was the right answer. I mean, that really is the right answer.
Sure.
And the fact that he's actually going through all the workouts, trying to prove to everybody that he belongs as opposed
he has to.
Well, I mean, he's LeBron's kid. He doesn't have to. There's other stars there not doing all the work, but he is, and that's the right answer. Yeah, this is dad's dream, not mine. My dream is just get to the league.
Right. I don't know. I mean, the guy, he can play, obviously, but the NBA ready? Not sure. Welcome to the G League, Bronny.
And that's it's possible, but that was the right answer. Dad has talked about it. I haven't. I just want to get to the league.
Well, and that's true because I can't remember an interview with Bronny James.
And again, do I really want to play with my old man?
I wouldn't, because look, he's already got to be hearing it, right? You're only in the league because of this. You're only getting this attention because of your dad. Yada yada yada. So yeah, I mean, you kind of want to make a name for yourself, and so I don't blame him. A lot of pressure on kids like that.
There really is.
There is.
There is. Were the Astros cheating yesterday?
Yes, as usual.
What do you mean
I
as
mean,
usual?
As usual.
As
if
usual.
If it's not a trash can, it's some kind of sticky gook.
I mean, they're allowed to have sticky gook.
Really?
Well, yeah, rosin.
Since when?
I
It's like the dude in Major League with the Bengay and the nail file and all that stuff.
Again, there's no nail files. This isn't Phil Necro days. I mean, this is it's rosin that you're allowed to have. But
yeah.
Blanco got ejected last night for a foreign substance on his glove, even though they beat the A's.
Top of the fourth, 1-0 Houston, and this is an interesting scene because they're passing around Ronel Blanco's glove. The umpires checking it. Now Joe Espada out checking it.
Well, you can see Ronel Blanco explaining to Laz Diaz that this is rosin. This is rosin that I put on my hand, and I think Laz might be saying, well, it's a little sticky.
So the umpires are talking about it right now. They're huddled up, and Ronel Blanco kind of walking away. He'll now gather with Diaz, his catcher, and Joe Espada just looking on.
Well, and they're making the determination, I think, right now, whether or not it's a deliberate amount. Is there a deliberate effort here to try to load up the baseball or load up himself? Or is this just a matter of, hey, it's a little too thick? Uh-oh. He gone.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
He's
yeah. They were four guys looking at a glove, and then finally, all right, you're out. And again, Blanco, he wasn't cheating.
Yeah, they told me that they found something sticky in the glove, and that was the reason they told me why I couldn't continue pitching with the glove.
Does he not have another glove? They wouldn't allow him to get another glove.
No, once you get tossed, you got tossed. But that glove is now getting like CSI'd.
Well, what I loved those announcers
from
were talking about
NBC Oakland. Yeah,
deliberate amount. The hell difference does that make?
Well, you can have some, but not a lot.
Well, that makes no difference.
I don't know.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that the Astros are continuing their ways.
It's the Astros. We're used to it as Astros fans. Like Claymore calls it Astros glove gate. And the Astros still won the game.
Yeah, they did.
Jacob Eric says, just another day for the Astros.
Exactly right.
Abram on our YouTube channel says, Joe just being a typical Cardinal fan.
Yes, I am. As a matter of fact,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a lot of room to talk. Astros not doing well. Cardinals aren't either. Although Cardinals have won 3 in a row, so we're turning things around.
So the Astros have been. I mean, welcome back to the league, Alex. Bregman's been hitting the ball well lately.
That's great.
It's amazing that this Astros team. That's what pisses me off about this Astros season. I'm about to go on a rant. That's not a bad team. Now, I don't know about their manager. Not necessarily a fan of some of the stuff he's done. But the Astros just haven't been hitting. Their bullpen sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a matter of not playing good baseball. They've got good baseball players. They just haven't played good baseball.
Well, it's Cardinals too. I mean, one of their big hitters, Paul Goldschmidt, it's like non-existent. He's like on a milk carton somewhere. And so, I mean, yeah, it is frustrating. Although it's early, you can still hang in there.
Mm-hmm.
Just got to hang around.
Yep. San Antonio Sports announced today the head coaches for the San Antonio Sports All-Star football game presented by Valero. It will be Piper High School's Nick Rogers and Eddie Salas from Harlan High School coaching in that game. January 11th in the Dome, doubleheader game with the All-American Bowl at noon, and then the San Antonio Sports All-Star game at 5 o'clock.
Now, I'm curious, and I'm putting you on the spot here. How are those coaches chosen?
I am not a part of the coaching selecting committee.
Right.
I'm on the committee that selects the players.
Right.
I wish I knew how they select the coaches.
I was just curious.
It's coaches that have had success normally.
Okay.
And coaches that are willing to work for a week during their vacation.
Exactly.
I don't know how they get asked. I honestly don't know, other than generally speaking, they've been successful coaches or coming off of successful seasons. Although I can think of some coaches that didn't really have successful seasons and still got nominated to coach in that game.
Well, those are two fairly new high schools too, right?
Yeah,
Piper
Piper's
and
just
Harlan,
been. I mean, Piper's a new school, but man, that's a good football program they have
that
up there.
That whole area out there.
Well,
I mean, it's just growing like crazy, and
exactly.
So yeah, there's a lot of good.
I
players.
wish I could answer that question.
Well, I just thought I'd ask.
I don't know,
and so I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
I just know what I'll be doing on Saturday, January 11th.
There you go.
I'll get to the Dome about 9 o'clock in the morning and leave about 10 o'clock at night.
Nice. Well, good for you.
Yeah, it's a good day. Always a good day.
Sure.
It's the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Don't forget, tweet those videos of you saying Hump Day at your office, wherever you are. Add a lot of people. Tweet those videos to @JoeReinagle210, @Jason Minix, @SA Sports Star for your chance to get qualified to win 3-day ACL Music Festival Weekend 2 wristbands.
Let's hear it, man. I want to hear your best. You guys can do this.
You can do this.
You can do it.
Hump Day.
That's it.
Hump Day.
Just like that.
Hump Day.
You want to help people out?
Hump Day.
You're not ready?
Hump Day.
No, I'm looking at a video that was sent in.
All right.
It's pretty cool.
Tweet those videos for your chance to get qualified. 15 minutes or so. We will select this hour's qualifier here on the Blitz. Coming up, let's talk some NBA playoffs. First, though, nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you want to get out of jail fast, the best way to do that is by calling my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds, because nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. Of course, they are discreet and confidential and open 24/7 with offices all over San Antonio and Texas. Services nationwide. If you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
At Lowe's, save big every day when you buy in bulk. Save 10% when you buy 20 or more select self-leveling underlayment. Plus, save an extra 5% every day on eligible purchases when you use your Lowe's business credit card. Visit us for the materials you need. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. 5% offer subject to credit approval. Exclusions and terms apply. See store at lowes.com/credit for details.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code MONTHFREE by May 31st. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Dave Ramsey here from my friends over at Connecticut in San Antonio. Trust me, Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison. Connecticut uses less water and runs on kinetic energy. So there's no computer to break, fewer moving parts, and it works only when you need it. It was even voted most efficient water softener in the world by the Water Quality Association. The team at Connecticut San Antonio can test your water, install a system, and provide treatment all without stepping a foot inside your home.
I'm Chris Canepa of Connecticut and San Antonio in the Hill Country. I'll let you try a Connecticut quality water softener for 90 days absolutely free. Call us at 656-PURE, that's 656-7873, or visit us on ConnecticutSA.com.
And tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
Call 656-PURE, Connecticut.
Pork rinds pack a protein punch and are the boldest low-carb snacks out there. Skip the chip and try Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds for that ultimate crunch. And with flavors that will have you craving for more, the time to stock up on Southern Recipe at H-E-B is now. Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds. Be big, be bold, be adventurous.
Pack the Dome this Sunday as Puro San Antonio football returns to the Alamo Dome. The playoff push is on for the San Antonio Brahmas as they return home Sunday against the Arlington Renegades. Fun for the entire family. Experience the excitement. Buy your tickets now at theufl.com. Come watch Coach Wade Phillips lead the Brahmas against the Arlington Renegades this Sunday afternoon at 3 in the Alamo Dome. Get your tickets now at theufl.com. That's theufl.com. Vamos Brahmas!
This is Jim Rome. Join me weekdays at noon, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Don't forget, if you want to get qualified for those 3-day ACL Weekend 2 wristbands, make a video of you saying Hump Day in your office, wherever you are, and tweet them at Joe Reinagle 210, at Jason Minix, at SA Sports Star.
Just like that.
That's all you have to do.
That's all you have to do.
And if you're lazy, well, we did this contest a couple weeks ago. That video's still in your phone. Tweet it to us at Joe Reinagle 210, at Jason Minix, at SA Sports Star. You know, in the last segment, we were talking about Raul Blanco and Ronel Blanco getting kicked out of the game last night.
Yes.
Yeah. Suspended 10 games. This just came down for the substance found on his glove during the game last night.
Must have been excessive.
Well, it's 10 games.
Well, that's a lot of games.
He's a starting pitcher.
Especially if it's without pay.
Well, but he'll appeal it, so it gets down to 5. And again, he pitches twice. You know, it's 2 starts.
Must have been excessive.
It seems pretty minor to me.
Well, why suspend him at all then?
Well, because you got to do something.
Why?
I mean, what were those umps looking at the glove? There's something on here.
Because, I mean, you know, if not, then the Astros may continue cheating.
You think this is going to stop them?
Well, probably not. I mean, it's kind of what they do.
It's kind of what every team does.
It's what they do.
Yeah.
They're just obviously not very good at it because they're always getting caught.
That's the problem. The spotlight is on.
Yes.
The spotlight is on.
Good Lord. Astros. You see this Netflix thing with Jerry Jones?
Sure. This isn't news.
Well, not really. But
there's nothing new here. They haven't said when the release is. So I'm trying to figure out how this is making news today. Yes, Netflix has been following Jerry Jones around for a long time. We've known that they've been working on a series with behind-the-scenes footage and interviews that we've never seen, blah, 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 right? There's a tweet about it today from a reporter nobody's ever actually seen in person, right? This Ari Murrah has been tweeting.
Never before seen footage, Minix.
But
you got to play this up, man. How Jerry Jones' unique journey in transforming the Dallas Cowboys franchise. Sounds exciting.
Thrilling.
10 episodes.
Yeah. But is there anything there?
It doesn't say when it's coming out. No. And that's the first thing I was looking at. I would like to think if they're smart, it comes out this summer before the season. You get everybody fired up, want to watch that. Netflix doing a lot of good stuff with the NFL.
Yes. But I mean, the article, I know it came out today. And there's an article. What website is that? NFL.com. So there's a dude out there. What the hell is this guy's name? Ari Mirov, right? And he's got 750,000 followers. And there's people that are national sports, you know, the Ian Rappaports and the Florios and all those guys, right? They always get mad at this guy because all he does is tweet stuff that they have already had. And it's like nobody's ever seen this guy. You know, he's not a credentialed anything, right? I don't know what the hell he does.
Works for the 33rd team website.
Sure.
According to his bio.
Well, but you look at his tweet and it's exactly what I'm reading at NFL.com. Like he's plagiarism at his finest.
So when did this come out?
Today.
Okay.
But again, it does not tell me when Netflix is going to show or start this 10 episode series. There's no date in here. I mean, there's going to be interviews with Troy and Michael and Emmett and Dion and Jimmy and Barry. All right, cool. Apparently George W. Bush and Phil Knight from Nike.
Wow.
Right, that's new. But the rest of it, I mean, we've seen these cameras. Hell, we might be in there.
We might be.
I mean, last year at Nobu in Malibu, we're drinking.
Geez, there were cameras? Holy cow.
Yeah.
I hope we're not in there.
I mean, they weren't around when we carried you out.
Oh, okay. Well, no, that was a couple of years ago.
That was.
Yeah.
But I mean, when we're standing there talking with Jerry, there was a camera there. I mean,
there was actually. I remember that. Yeah,
Jerry making fun of us for both wearing blue half zips as if we were Peyton Manning.
See,
that might make the show.
See, we might have.
That's a true story, James.
Yes, it is. Maybe I'll dress up a little better this year.
Why?
Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe
you're fine.
It's Nobu.
In a blue half zip works.
Well, it works, but I mean,
it's just fine.
It's a little chilly out there.
That's hence the half zip.
Maybe a sport coat.
You?
Sure.
Mr. TV guy, I'm never wearing this crap again.
No, I said I'll never wear a tie again. Sport coat, I'm okay with.
Jerry was in a sport coat. Would it be a blue sport coat?
It might have been. I don't remember.
No,
what
Jerry.
color.
Yes,
it was blue.
Would you?
Mine would be. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was like a blue half zip.
I could wear both.
I see nothing wrong with that, but there are some people that frown upon a half zip with a sport coat.
I don't know why.
I think it's a wonderful look.
I get a lot of compliments on it. Isn't that what Peyton Manning said?
I get lots of emails. People love it. And it's true. Just know I've been wearing half zips longer than Peyton Manning's been talking about them on TV.
Yeah.
But this whole thing, I there's nothing new here.
All right. I just saw it. I thought maybe, there was something to it.
If they were to say, hey, it drops July 1st. All right, cool. Now
now there's something.
Now there's something. Right? But it doesn't. It's just more teaser. Now, maybe they can't announce when it's going to start because it's got, I don't know, DAC negotiations in there.
No, because there haven't been any.
That we know of.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they've been lying to us.
Wouldn't we know if there were cameras around?
I mean, maybe the Netflix people are saying to Jerry, look, dude, we're paying you a whole bunch of money to do this. We need Dak and his contract is a part of this thing.
Yeah, it could be.
And then Jerry will say, all right, well, let's set it up and have a meeting and, have hidden cameras in there and see how the man really negotiates.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to see that. Wouldn't you? Although with Dak, he kind of owns Jerry when it comes to the negotiating part of it, or Dak's agent.
He's got all the leverage.
Yeah.
He's got all the leverage.
So I don't know if Jerry would want us to see that. Because Jerry would be laying there bent over and it would be an ugly look for Jerry.
Who was it that did their deal on a tablecloth at a bar somewhere? Well, no, I know it was Jerry, but who was the player? Where they were writing numbers on a tablecloth to get a deal done.
Was it a Cowboy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm trying to remember. And it was the same thing. Here's a number, and no, here's the number. And then it was, all right, yeah.
I like that.
Spill wine all over this.
I like that.
Yeah. I can't read your lips.
We can't. Wasn't that an Irvin story?
It might have, yeah, but I don't know if it was Michael. I don't know if Michael was the player. Maybe it was Michael Irvin. Because I was thinking it might be Des.
A couple of people on YouTube are saying Terrell Owens.
It could have been Terrell Owens. He was a wide receiver.
Yeah.
But it's possible. Although
interesting.
Did T.O. get a second deal in Dallas?
No.
But I remember Des and how the friction in getting that deal done. Like every star player getting a deal from Jerry Jones is like 3 root canals with no Novocaine. I mean, it shouldn't be that difficult.
Well, it shouldn't be, but it's Jerry. He's got to at least make you think that, he's got the upper hand. Unless, of course, you're Zeke Elliott or Dak Prescott. And they know better.
Do they?
Yes, they do. Hence their contracts. And the leverage that one number 4 has.
All of it.
Yes.
All of
it.
You can't tag me. You can't trade me. And my dead cap money is X.
And if I leave, and you get nothing.
And I get all that dead cap money, which is why. And again, I've said this before. I'll say it again. It's not that I want Dak to be the guy. It's not that I'm a Dak lover and all that kind of stuff. The business side says he's going to get another deal.
It's okay, Jason, to be a Dak lover. It's okay.
But I'm
nothing
not.
wrong with that.
I was a Romosexual. Dak, if you could replace him with something better, do it. Problem is, he's still one of the best quarterbacks out there. It's hard to replace him with something better. Cheaper and better are two very different things.
Yes.
But the idea of, and why I think August, because other indication is just history. Jerry has gotten a lot of deals done at training camp.
I still contend that this whole thing may not be on Jerry's plate. That Dak is going to play hardball.
And that could very well be it.
Hey, we'll play this season, see how it goes. And then, you know what? I'm going to walk and see what the free agent market looks like.
It's interesting because Tom Brady was on the Pivot podcast and actually talked about not having top of market deals to extend his career out. We'll dive into that. And shocker, he's not overly happy with the Netflix roast because of the way it affected his kids.
No, his ex-wife has chewed his butt from here to Montana since that thing came out.
Mm-hmm.
Hump Day!
You got a couple of minutes to get your Hump Day videos tweeted into @JoeReinagle210, @JasonMenix, @SA Sportstar. Make sure you're following all three accounts. Somebody is going to get qualified. Coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Parkhurst New Vision. I love talking about Parkhurst New Vision. I love opening up my Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, or whatever the case may be, because all the social media posts from all the happy patients that have been to Parkhurst New Vision. Look, Dr. Parkhurst and his great staff of doctors are the best in the business, and it's just an amazing place. It really is. And you don't see a social media post that people aren't just raving about the entire experience. And not only that, the results, they're fantastic. I know from experience. Had lens replacement surgery about a year ago, and man, I'm just loving life when it comes to my eyesight. No more readers, no more glasses, contacts are a thing. All of that stuff is out the window, and I see perfectly. It is incredible. Look, you can join that community of happy Parkhurst New Vision patients. All you have to do is take the first step. Give them a call, 210-585-2020. You can also check them out online at sanantoniolasik.com. When you call them, you set up your initial consultation. You go in there, they're going to explain everything to you, how they do it, how they operate. You can ask your questions as well, but I guarantee you, as soon as you walk through that door, you're going to feel like a member of the family. Let Parkhurst New Vision do for you what they've done for me and so many others. Give them a call. Do it today. 210-585-2020.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Thursday on the Morning Huddle, we know the schedules. We'll tell you what you'll be doing in the middle of October.
And we'll find out if I was as wrong about the Thunder as I was about the Timberwolves. Starts at 6 right here at the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The wait is finally over. Childish Gambino, the New World Tour, with special guest Willow. September 10th, Moody Center. Childish Gambino. Tickets are on sale Friday, 10 a.m. at thenewworldtour.com. A night unlike any other. Childish Gambino, live.
Grand slam, bomb, went yard, long ball, dinger. Do you even know what I'm talking about, Nigel?
Croquet.
Nigel, I'm talking about baseball. Courtroom plumbing and air conditioning is a lot like a baseball team.
Should we wear cups, Joel?
When a person has plumbing problems or their air conditioner just isn't cooling right, they can rely on our team to make the big plays. We hit it out of the park every time. Call Quarter Moon Plumbing and Air Conditioning, day or night, 651-5899.
Joel, should I start singing now? Take me out.
License number M16004, TACLA 88589E.
Around here at Wrangler, we are all excited for spring. The longer days, the warmer nights. When you've got your pick of shorts and jeans, either works just fine. Blue skies, open roads. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Around here at Wrangler, we are all excited for spring. The longer days, the warmer nights. When you've got your pick of shorts and jeans, either works just fine. Blue skies, open roads. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
For the last 4 decades, San Antonio sports has dared this community to dream big through the transformational power of sport. For 40 years, we've inspired youth to get in the game, motivated San Antonians to live healthy, been a force behind places to play, and hosted events that impact. As we celebrate 40 years of dreaming big, we invite you to dream big along with us. To support our mission, donate today at sanantoniosports.org.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Listen to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star on your Amazon or Google smart speaker and just say, Alexa, play 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Yeah, Alexa.
Do it.
Play 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star.
I wonder, have you ever said that? And then I wonder if somebody's at home and Alexa hears that and bam.
When I hear that promo and I'm listening at home in the mornings, Alexa actually doesn't start, but she lights up.
Ah, nice. I like it when Alexa lights up.
Alexa.
Light up.
Do you yell at your Alexa if she doesn't respond to you fast enough?
No, my Alexa's very polite. She answers right away. She'll even say, "Good morning, Joe."
Your Alexa knows your name?
Yes.
Mine doesn't.
I'll say, "Thank you, Alexa."
I don't use my Alexa enough.
Why not?
Enough. I don't know. I don't think about it most of the time.
I do, and usually, no offense, Bill Taylor, but it's usually to ask what the weather's going to be like for the upcoming day. Alexa will tell me that.
What about your daily calls with Billy T?
Well, I don't have them anymore. We used to have coffee every afternoon at 3:00.
Why would you drink coffee at 3:00 in the afternoon?
Get us through the rest of the day. You got to figure 3:00 kind of starts our day, or it did at Ken's TV. We still had a long way to go at 3:00.
What do you mean a long way to go?
Well, we had all the way from 3 all the way up to 10:30.
Yeah, but in between there, you knock out. Well, you were sports. Did they even do sports at 5:00?
No.
You had one show to do.
6 and 10.
You had 3 minutes where you had to be awake and talk. Three, if you were lucky.
Well,
and then you would go to lunch for 2.5 hours, and then go talk at 10:00.
Well, yeah, it's a great job.
Bill Taylor never leaves. I mean, all of a sudden, I'll be scrolling Facebook, watching a show at 8:00, and he's doing a Facebook Live to tell me it's partly cloudy.
He does that. He started that years ago. And if he's not doing that, he leaves and goes and MC something and then comes back.
Well, of course, he's going to MC something.
That guy would MC the opening of a soup can. I'm telling you.
How many times have you told that joke?
A lot. I love it. It's kind of like that old one. I've seen better swings on an abandoned playground.
Yeah, there you go.
They're good.
Joe Reinagel and his old man jokes are hilarious.
It works.
Hump day.
Get your hump day videos in.
Get them in there.
Like we just got one with a tweet. Rolling down Highway 90, windows open, radio blasting, hollering out. Hump day. There's no video attached.
Got to have some video.
If there's no video, there's no chance of you winning.
I'm happy you're doing that, though. That's kind of what you need to do on Wednesday. Just roll down, windows down.
Hump day.
Just like that.
Just like that. Right now, we forgot to discuss this during the break, but there's a video that we got, and I'm not sure what the hell is in this video. Is that a dog? Is that Spuds McKenzie type dog?
That
or
looks like Spuds.
Is that?
It looks like that old Budweiser dog.
That might be the ugliest dog I've ever seen.
Well, it would that even back when it was a TV star, it wasn't a very attractive dog.
I mean, what kind of dog is that?
I don't know.
I mean, because I don't think that's completely quite Spuds McKenzie.
Well, that's kind of what it looked like.
Well, I mean, kinda, but what was it mixed with? Because at
Dude,
first I thought
know.
he had a goat in the car.
You know, crazy night after, a couple of drinks, you never know. Oh, Spud there might have taken home the wrong girl.
Or wrong animal. I don't know. I mean, Pledge, have you ever seen a dog like that?
I don't know what you're talking about because they didn't tag the station, so they didn't follow all the rules.
Oh, they didn't follow
my
all the
goodness.
rules. Uh-oh.
Wow.
Well, so the clubhouse leader is now knocked off the clubhouse leader. So if you've got, let's see, 3:30, 3:40.
You give him a little more time.
3:41. Yeah, we'll give you a little bit
All
more
right,
time
good.
to get
Good,
those
good,
videos
good.
in.
A little more time.
All right. I'm going to play this video. If you're watching on YouTube, we're going to look at this dog and tell me what the hell kind of dog is that? If you're watching on YouTube, go to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel and you can see this video. I'm not trying to embarrass you, dude, but that and your mouth is a little too close to that dog's mouth.
Now, dude, it would have been impressive if the dog would have said Hump Day.
Well, that
would have been impressive. If the dude was a ventriloquist, he could have made that look like that.
So you're saying that he's not overly talented and has an ugly dog?
Well, maybe he didn't think about it.
And he can't follow simple rules.
Well, you got to tag SA Sports Star. He could probably resend it.
Probably.
I like the fact that he loves his dog.
It's a bull terrier.
It's a what?
Bull terrier. That's the Spuds McKenzie dog.
That's a full-on bull terrier.
Bull terrier.
That's not mixed with anything? I mean, that's got a face that looks kind of like a whippet. Or
a whippet.
Do you know what a whippet is?
Whip it good. Da-na-na-na-na.
A whippet is a kind of a dog breed.
Oh, really?
That has a long face like that. Whippets are kind of like greyhounds.
Okay. All
right.
Yeah.
And so, I guess so. That might be a bull terrier.
Yeah, that's
the return of Spuds McKenzie. I wonder if this dude named his dog Spuds.
I don't know. He didn't say.
He doesn't say. So you think that's just a straight up 100% Spuds McKenzie dog?
I think it is. I think it is.
There's a whole lot of people that I guess agree. I don't know.
Well, it's a good video.
It is a good video, but he didn't follow the rules. So right now he cannot win.
Well, he just resend it, dude, and tag SA Sports Star.
At SA Sports Star.
At SA Sports Star.
At Joe Reinagle 210. At Jason Minix of you with a video saying
Hump Day.
Just like that. And if you can make your dog do it, even better.
If you can make your dog do it, yeah, you'll get qualified. Even if you don't get all the
You
tags
can do
right.
that. You're Hump Day.
That's pathetic.
Oh, boy.
That was even worse.
Come on, y'all can do it.
You are entertaining the people that are watching you on SA Sports Stars YouTube channel.
Well,
make sure you go there and watch.
What I do.
That's what Art Garcia is on YouTube. So here's the thing: Art Garcia tweeted, and he didn't include a video, and he comments on YouTube. I was driving. How am I going to selfie video safely, dude? You tweeted and you typed in the YouTube while driving.
Yeah.
Surely you could shoot a video too, because safety is not your highest priority.
Apparently not.
Just say it.
It's all right.
Greg says you should have made it simple.
Well, that is pretty simple. It
doesn't get more simple than that.
You have a phone that I'm sure takes video. Turn the video on and say, Hump Day.
Uh-huh.
It's just that simple.
So Tom Brady isn't overly thrilled with the Tom Brady roast, and well, because it hurt his kids.
Oh.
The effect on his kids. Guess, I mean, it's no surprise here, but Tom says I would never do that again.
I loved when the jokes were about me. I thought they were so fun. I didn't like the way that it affected my kids. So it's the hardest part about like the bittersweet aspect of when you do something that you think is one way and then all of a sudden you realize I wouldn't do that again because of the way that it affected actually the people that I care about the most in the world. So like it makes you in some ways a better parent going through it. Cause again, sometimes you're naive, you don't know, or you get a little like, oh, you know? And like I said, I when I signed up for that, I love when people were making fun of me. And I always said, like, when I was going through all the Deflategate stuff in 2015, 2016, I watched 3 things on TV. I watched Premier League soccer, I watched golf, and I watched comedy shows. Because every time I turn on SportsCenter, I was like, are you kidding me? Yeah. So it's like, I just want to like laugh. And so I wanted to do the roast because the guy Jeff Ross became someone that I knew. And then you don't see the full picture all the time. So I think it's a good lesson. Like for me as a parent, I'm going to be a better parent as I go forward because of it.
Now, how does having jokes about your wife screwing her Taekwondo instructor or whatever the hell make you a better parent?
Well, I mean, there's certain things you don't talk about with your kids. And you don't let your friends talk about with your kids.
I see. So that's the first time the kids knew that mommy's now with the karate instructor?
Well, I think there are certain things that she might do. Or that a lot of people, including some women, according to one of the jokes, might want to do to Tom.
Oh,
right.
Well, sure.
And so, you don't talk about that stuff with your kiddo.
Well, if I'm Tom, I'm going to, he's got, 2 sons? I'm going to the kids and say, hey, kids, now, when you get to that level where women want to do that, you've made it. It's something to strive for.
I don't know if you've seen, what was the first comedian? She was funny as hell. What was her name?
Nikki Glaser?
Nikki Glaser.
Yeah, or whatever it was.
Did you see her on Pat McAfee?
Yeah.
And the jokes that didn't make the show? Those were better. Holy cow. And the one about the blueberries, even better.
I tell you what, she is, her career is skyrocketing.
Well, of
after
course.
that roast.
Because almost to the point I might remember her name soon.
She might be
she was the best.
She was the best. I think she was.
Yeah, she was.
It was fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So Brady goes on the Pivot podcast. And he does talk some football. And as we talk about these crazy quarterback contracts, Tom Brady, now granted, his wife was Giselle at the time.
Yes.
He still makes more than him.
Was
talking about playing and not making top of the market money.
So much of that got blown out of proportion because like everything, they want to make it to the extreme. And I would say when I started in 2000, I was like everyone else going 2001, 2002, 2003. Well, then I was like, well, my elbow was killing me. How do I start getting my elbow to feel better? Okay, I got to get more muscle work on it. Okay, great. Now, why not feel good after I traveled and I drank alcohol? Well, I got super dehydrated. Okay, how do I improve that? All right, how do I get to be more fit? Okay, I got to change my diet a little bit. So it wasn't like it all happened like I was some robot. Like this was 23 years that I had to refine all these things. And I think over time, like all of us, I would say in our playing career, hopefully we got better as we went because you ran some plays, you didn't like them. No, you ran other plays, you took good footwork, you learned how to catch the ball, you learned how to read quarterback better. You're better in your 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th year than you were in your 1st or 2nd year. Sure. So to me, it was like off the field because I had this goal of playing and I really loved to play the game. How can I sustain my body over a period of time so that I can keep playing? And that had just to be decisions and choices that I was making. Ultimately, those choices led to different behaviors. When I saw those behaviors pay off, I made more money. I made more money in the last 10 years of my career, like a ton of money. And I try to express that to all the young players. That's just not about playing. If you're playing because you want to make it a career and you want to make money, you're going to make money if you play well. Well, if you play well for a long time, you're going to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
So like the last 10 years of my career, even though I never, I would say, went for the most money in my contract, I still ended up making way more money than I ever thought just because I played for as long as I did.
Well, there's that too. And you remember Brady was one of those guys, Tim Duncan-like, who would actually take a little less or a more team-friendly deal. I mean, I don't feel bad for him, but so they could sign other players. Tim Duncan used to do that all the time.
You know, again, though, it's not like he was playing for pennies.
No, well, neither was Duncan.
But you look at Tom Brady being Tom Brady, but he made a lot of money for 2 years in Tampa. Granted, he got him a Super Bowl. If Tom shoes right now, 8 years in, he would be trying to get the same kind of deal Dak is. And if he were coming off of a rookie deal like a Trevor Lawrence or a Tua, he'd be trying to get that same kind of money. A lot of it is just timing and the salary cap that it just continues to go up and up and up. And I'm curious with, the NFL schedule getting released today. We know they've now added games to Netflix. They're on Peacock. They're on Amazon Prime. They got games on ESPN.
Yes.
Monday Night Football.
CBS.
Fox. Who am I missing?
NBC.
So where are we at?
NFL Network.
NFL Network. So 9 different networks you can watch games. But even with Netflix, that additional money that's coming in should raise the overall salary cap, is it not?
Well, it did, right? The salary cap went up this year, and I'm sure it will continue to go up.
Well, again, though, when did the Netflix deal get done where they're like, all right, cool. What is Netflix paying? That's going to make the salary cap go up. That's why these quarterback salaries have exploded. It's the most important position. They're going to be the highest paid guys. And you look at a guy like, down in Houston, CJ Stroud, win now. If you're a Texan fan, you want the Texans to go to a Super Bowl while he is on a rookie deal.
What, the next 2 or 3 years?
Because when he gets his deal, you wonder it's going to be the same boat. You look at Cincinnati. Joe Burrow got there, didn't win it, but got to a Super Bowl on his rookie deal. Now he's been paid. The challenge is, will he be able to get back? Russell Wilson becomes the prime example of goes to the Super Bowl a couple of times on a rookie deal and doesn't sniff it after he gets paid because everybody else has to make money.
It's going to be interesting to see, but you look at a team like Cincinnati, they're finding ways to get it done. They're 2 wide receivers. T. Higgins is on the franchise tag. He still wants a contract, obviously. But, Jamar Chase is going to make a lot of money. It's just, look, teams figure out a way to get it done. And, yes, there are other factors, and some positions are not as good as some others. But you got to figure it out. Everybody's in the same boat. It's not just the Cowboys. It's not just the Texans. Everybody's got to figure it out. And eventually you're going to have that star quarterback that you're going to have to pay. The Cowboys have been dealing with that to some extent for the last 4 or 5 years after they gave Dak at that time a huge contract. So they've been dealing with it. It's not like Dak's been playing on a rookie contract.
No, and again, and they'll have other guys that you'll be able to pay. Now you look at CJ Stroud. That, according to Tom Brady, his favorite young quarterback to watch.
CJ is a good example. Like, I really appreciated where he came from and all the expectations that he had, and then what he's gone and put together last year with a lot of humility. And I could see, like, when I watch quarterbacks, the first thing I watch is, does he endear himself to his teammates? What are the things that he's saying? What are the things that he's doing to endear himself to his teammates so that he does feel like one of the guys? If he wants to separate himself from the rest of the team, it's not going to go. You're not going to play 20 years. Just not. Because the only way you're going to play is your teammates. Because there's only so much you can do. You can't. There's so many things I sucked at.
What were those, Tom?
Tom Brady's going to be really good on television.
I think he is too.
I just hope he understands that he's not Pat McAfee, and when he's on Fox, that certain things he won't be able to say.
Well, you got to believe that right now they are rehearsing a lot.
Yes,
they're rehearsing a lot, getting ready for that first game. It's going to be, but I think he's more common. His speech at that roast might have been the second best. I thought he was hilarious.
He was great. And you think about the rehearsals that are coming. If you remember Tony Romo, his first game was a Hall of Fame game. They set up a special deer blind looking thing. And it wasn't even on that network just to get him some reps.
Sure.
They can practice all they want watching film. It is going to be so very different when the game is live. What I am looking forward to from Tom, just like with Tony Romo, that first game, dissecting the Mike Zimmer defense, dissecting the Cleveland defense, looking at plays, just the analysis and the knowledge Just will he be able to communicate it quickly and easily and understandable to the average fan, kind of like what Tony Romo did? And will his partner, like Jim Nantz, give him the freedom to let that happen? And you imagine it will. Kevin Burkhardt will do a fantastic job with that. It just sucks
That's Burkhardt's job, basically, right? You call the play, hand it off to Tom Brady. And I think he did the same thing with Greg Olsen, though. I mean, so they were good together. So I have to assume that these two will be too.
But Greg doesn't show up at that job with the spotlight that Tom Brady.
Of course.
And that's the difference. I mean, you got Joe Buck and Troy Aikman that left, and all right, here's the new number one team. They were kind of put in a spotlight, but they just did what they were always doing as the number two group. There's going to be a lot of people that are tuning in to watch that game, not because it's Cowboys and Browns, which is already going to be, any Cowboy game is going to be ratings gold, but Tom Brady and the criticism that he will face every time he messes up something.
And maybe I'm naive about this, but I'm thinking you're going to have Super Bowl type numbers for that game.
Maybe not quite that.
I'm telling you, I'd be surprised. The curiosity factor to see Tom Brady in the booth, I think it's going to be off the chart.
20 million?
Well, maybe not 20 million.
Well, I mean,
it's going to be big.
What is
it's going to
Super
be
Bowl?
bigger than an average
sure.
Sunday afternoon game.
Sure. It will have primetime numbers.
No question.
Maybe even more so.
Yeah. It'll be fun. I'm looking forward
Everybody to see Tyler Guyton dominate Myles Garrett.
Absolutely. Of course. Yes.
Sorry. I kid. All right. Joe and I are going to go through Twitter. We're going to select who's going to be qualified.
We are.
For the
Hump Day
video.
Yep.
You still got a chance to tweet at Joe Reinagle 210, at Jason Minix, at SA Sports Star. You have to have all three to get qualified for those 3-day Weekend 2 ACL Music Festival wristbands. We'll announce a winner coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Are you ready for your next tee time? If you're lacking energy, motivation, gaining weight, you just don't hit them like you used to, there could be another T involved that you need to think about. Low testosterone could cause these symptoms. At Synergenics, their medical providers specialize in personalized testosterone treatments, and they make it easy to get your levels checked. Take that first step and go to the website fixmylowt.com to get the very easy process started and get the energy to go play 18 holes again. Your testosterone levels start to decline in your 30s. So if you're feeling that lack of energy and drive, it could be caused by low T. Get your levels tested at Synergenics. They've got an on-site lab, so you're going to get your results back at your first visit. And if you need it, you're going to get specialized care from testosterone experts. Do it now. Feel the difference. Book that appointment online and get the process started. Go to fixmylowt.com. That's fixmylowt.com.
Riding home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com.
You want another way to add excitement to watching the NBA playoffs? Jason Minix here. Let me tell you about Underdog Fantasy. It is a fan favorite way to play fantasy sports, especially playing the pick'em game, where you pick between 2 and 5 players to build your pick'em entry, and all you have to do is select higher or lower on player stats. If your picks hit, you can win up to 100 times your money. Endless projections to choose from. It is fantasy and it is legal in Texas. So get started by going to the easy-to-use Underdog Fantasy mobile app or go to the website underdogfantasy.com. Sign up with my promo code STAR, and Underdog will give you a mystery special pick to use on your first pick'em entry and a deposit offer. Must be over 18 and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. Again, sign up using my promo code STAR at underdogfantasy.com.
George gets justice. In life's most challenging moments, getting the right help matters most if you've been injured. Get George at George Salinas Injury Lawyers. With a track record of success and a dedication to their clients, George gets justice. George Salinas Injury Lawyers is not just a law firm. They're your support system. Get George at George Salinas Injury Lawyers today at 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
This is the absolute worst time of year to be dealing with joint pain. You can't do the outdoor stuff that you love to do, like golfing, hiking, biking, jogging, playing on the beach. Hey, it's James Pledger with San Antonio Sports Star. Listen, don't go through the summer missing out on life. Call QC Kinetics now and find out how they can use biologics from your own body to give new life to your achy joints, like your knees, hips, back, shoulders. QC's regenerative medicine protocols can restore and repair that damaged tissue with no surgery, no steroids, no drugs, and best of all, no downtime. This is the future of medicine. Tens of thousands of QC Kinetics patients around the country are living their best life this year because they made the call. QC medical professionals are under the direction of Dr. Mitchell Shinecup, who is an orthopedic surgeon who became the future pioneer in regenerative medicine. He knew there had to be a better way. So call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation. 210-571-0318. That's 210-571-0318. 210-571-0318. Locations in Hollywood Park, Westover Hills, and New Braunfels.
So my home is also my office. And before I can focus, every room's gotta be clean. That means tidying up and spraying my Febreze Air Mist. Ooh, that's fresh. Febreze Air Mist scents are all high quality. They fight any weird funk, and they give my air an instant boost of freshness. So not only does my home smell good, I feel good too. After I Febreze, it's time to start my day.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
Don't miss your chance to spring into deals at Lowe's. Right now, get 2 1.5-gallon annual hanging baskets for $16. Plus, save $50 on the Cobalt 24-volt string trimmer and leaf blower combo kit. Now $149. Shop in-store and online today because Lowe's knows spring. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 5/15. Hanging basket offer in-store only. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii. While supplies last.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, we know the Cowboys are going to be playing the Giants at Jerry World on Thanksgiving Day. The schedule has not been released. We do know that. Texans, they're going to take on the Baltimore Ravens at a rematch of their divisional round playoff game on Christmas Day on Netflix. And it's also being reported that the Texans and Cowboys will meet up on Monday night, November 18th. By the way, the schedule release comes out tonight. You can listen to it right here on 94.1 at 7.
Guess what day it is?
Joe Reinagel.
For the third time in 7 seasons, the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Mike. What day is it, Mike? Hump day.
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 Only here we go.
Yes,
Happy Hump
indeed.
Day, everybody.
Absolutely. On a Wednesday here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. We've been asking you to send in videos of you screaming a Hump Day, and I just closed it out accidentally. And congratulate Juan Garcia. You are now qualified for those 3-day wristbands to ACL Music Festival Weekend 2, October 11th through the 13th. We will announce the winner on Friday, getting you qualified all week. A 1 in 20 chance of winning from the Blitz, because we're doing this every week, every day, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, and 5:30, the morning huddle. They do it 3 times a day, 7:30, 8:30, and 9:30, different sets of wristbands. So
yes,
Friday around 6, we'll announce a winner. If you don't win the tickets, you can always buy them, aclfest.com. I did get an email from ACL today because I go a lot. The days have been announced. The other day they said, here's who's coming. Now we have the days, like Blink 182, Friday night. Chris Stapleton, Friday night. Dua Lipa is Saturday night.
Wow. And she rules.
She rules.
Absolutely.
She rules. We'll give away another opportunity to get qualified coming up at 4:30. About the time we do Wednesdays with Wade, as Wade Phillips, head coach of the San Antonio Brahmas, joins us. Little hint, might be a Wade Phillips related question coming up at 4:30.
I have a pretty good chance that there will be. So be ready for that. Looking forward to Wade. He seemed, you know what I love about Wade Phillips, that he's animated on the sideline.
Yes, he is.
And when the Brahmas came back and won that game last week, I mean, he was excited. He was as excited as any player on the sidelines. And I just love that.
It was personal.
Yeah.
I mean, it was personal.
Absolutely. And his team didn't play all that well early, but they played well enough to come back and win that game.
You know, it'll be interesting to talk to Wade coming up, because this is what I love about talking with coaches. I mean, that game, offense, they didn't score a lot of points until, I don't know, 2 minutes. But they had 2 red zone turnovers.
Yeah.
I'm curious, when they graded the film, did they think they played as poorly as most fans thought they played offensively? And that's always a fair question.
Sure.
Because a play here, a play there. Like a week before, they go for it on 4th and 1 at the goal line. 4th and goal from the 1 yard line. And they had an offensive lineman completely whiffed. Whatever he did. I mean, I don't even want to say he whiffed, but he blocked down and nobody came over, and they just let a guy run untouched up the middle and blow up the running back.
That's what they did.
One play.
You know,
and
but
again,
it happens. So.
And then that DC goes on a 99-yard drive against that great Wade Phillips defense. So that sequence there, that one play was 12 points, 2 touchdowns.
Now, see, I like how you phrased that. It was the offensive lineman that whiffed. That was a great play by that defensive lineman.
Dude, it wasn't a great play. Nobody blocked him.
Well, he was invisible for a minute.
Dude, he's 300 pounds. He can't be invisible. But nobody blocked him. And again, you know, that's what I love about football. You have to have 11 guys on the same page. One guy screws up, and it can screw up the entire thing.
That's true. It's a great team sport, football is. You need all 11 guys working together. And I love it. It's fantastic. So that's why football is what football is. I mean, it's just a great game. I love football.
Well, we can't get enough football.
I love football.
The NFL, spring football, any football is great for me.
Yeah.
And you look at, it's even like this time of year where you have rookie mini camps going on, and you kind of wonder, is it real football? Is it not? Because, you know, they're not hitting the collective bargaining agreement keeps them from doing all kinds of stuff. But you do get to hear from a lot of people. Pledge, do you want to play these on your end? Because this screen, I'm not sure where I'm going to find them. You know, for example, and you're hearing a lot more scapegoat kind of stuff coming from the Dallas Cowboys coaching staff. So yesterday afternoon was a rare day where every position coach was available to talk to the media. Most of us don't know who these guys are. Most of the time, you don't even give a damn.
Right.
Unless it's somebody famous, a former player. Position coaches, you don't know. As football fans, we know who the head coach is. We know who the coordinators are. And you only care about, like, the offensive coordinator if he's the play caller.
Right.
But for the most part, you don't really pay attention to position coaches. But you understand the importance they have. So it's not often, and I don't even know if I'm saying this dude's name right, the new defensive line coach, Jeff Zagonia.
Zagonia. Yes.
I know it's right. But the idea that Mike Zimmer is going to come in, and obviously they're going to run a different defense that they did under Dan Quinn. With that, we should see a much better usage of one Mozzie Smith. Why?
Once we get him on the field.
Because Dan Quinn apparently sucks at his job.
Once we get him on the field, I think he'll be a lot more comfortable in Coach Zim's defense than previously, right? Because every year, if you move teams or whatever, things change, right? But I think this more aligns with his build and what he's known to do. Well, I think he's gonna be able to play blocks more than just getting upfield. All right, not disrespecting the previous coaches that were here or anything. It's just different system, different style of D-line play that Coach Zim's brought in. So I think it suits him better. Instead of just running upfield, he's going to play blocks. He's going to grind blocks and double teams and all that stuff, especially in the run game.
I find it funny, and I guess this probably happens everywhere. Hey, just throw the old coach under the bus. He didn't know what the hell he was doing. And especially with Mozzie Smith. We draft this guy number 1, and if Quinn knew what the hell to do with him, you see he'd be a superstar.
Well, and again, there is a consistent theme, though. And while it certainly sounds like they're throwing Dan Quinn under the bus, maybe there is a lot to it. I mean,
we'll see.
You know, coaching matters. You know, we talk about being a fit, and every good coach I know, they take their players and they adjust their philosophies to get the most out of that player, right? Not, this is what I run and you better figure it out or you're gone, right? I mean, you've got to adjust. Greg Ellis. Now, we all know Greg Ellis.
Yes,
right?
We do. Yes.
He's the assistant defensive line coach. He even said, this scheme is going to be better for Mozzie.
Well, I think this is more what he played in college, this type of scheme, what Zim has. You know, I don't know if that was the plan, but I'm glad it worked out that way. And so I think what the Cowboys saw when they drafted him, obviously I wasn't here, but what they saw him in college, this gives him a better opportunity to get back into doing some of the stuff he did in college.
Okay. All right. So what makes this scheme better for Mozzie, Greg Ellis?
Put your hands on his center. That's what. Put your hands on his center. Be very violent, and just come with it and bring it. That's what you have to do at playing that position. You know what I mean? And he's going to get, for his run technique, he's going to get the best possible, in my opinion, one of the best possible, because he's getting it from Jeff, a guy who played that position for 17 years. And Jeff wasn't the biggest guy at playing it, but extremely successful at doing it.
So I guess with Dan Quinn, Mozzie was told not to get after it, not to be violent, because that's the only thing that I heard Greg Ellis say was going to be different. Put your hands on the center, be violent. And I guess Dan Quinn was a softer, gentler coach than Mike Zimmer.
There's nothing soft or gentle about Mike Zimmer.
Just like,
but again, though, I mean, you think about Mozzie Smith was a disappointment last year.
Yes, he was.
For where he was drafted. Was he used right? And
he's a nose tackle. How can you use him wrong?
I don't know, man. Just clog up the middle. But again, though, if I hear Greg Ellis, man, just put your hands on the center and blow him up.
Mm-hmm.
If he were stunting or if he were doing some other things that maybe don't fit his game the same way, I have no idea. I don't know how to judge an offensive lineman, and quite frankly, the intricacies of playing defensive line, I don't know. But when I'm listening to Greg Ellis talk about, well, what's different? You just put your hands on the center. Was he trying to cross over and get to the guard? And then I don't know. But there is a consistent theme that Dan Quinn didn't use him right. And look, we talk about it with Micah Parsons. As great as Dan Quinn was with his defenses that could have been historically great, didn't we all ask the same question on Micah Parsons is why don't we move him around more?
Yeah.
There's a system. Who were we talking to at the Super Bowl this year? Was it Michael Lombardi? That said that Dan Quinn was basically a two-pitch pitcher.
Two-pitch, he was Lombardi, yes.
And you get Mike Zimmer who can come in and throw 4 different pitches. Maybe it really is that simple.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
I don't know.
The first thing you're going to watch, Jason, is Micah Parsons. Where is he going to line up? In that first game at Cleveland, where's he going to line up? Is he going to be in different spots? Because I can remember watching games, and Micah Parsons would line up in the same place every single play. There was no surprise. You knew where he was coming from, and so you get him blocked. However you get him blocked. And I would say most offensive lines, most blocking schemes are pretty successful last year. He'd get to the quarterback every now and then. But I think it just stands to reason. If you move this guy around and surprise people from where he's coming, he's going to be more effective.
I don't know. Mike Zimmer, are you going to move Micah around?
Yeah, I mean, if he's on the right side, you kind of know where he's going to be, right? Micah won't just be on the right side. He'll be in different spots. And not really to that extent that we've, so like when, a lot of times the protection goes to linebackers, and, when Barr, he started being really good on getting on backs and things like that, then we knew the protection was dictated mostly to him. So we've had some access to it.
I mean, it's clearly that's what he's got to do. And I'm sure Micah's on board with that because Micah was part of that party that threw Dan under that bus. So I'm sure Micah's on board with that. And he kind of has to be, doesn't he?
Well, I mean, he certainly has to evolve his game. And
Absolutely.
that is something that Mike Zimmer said his goal is to help him do.
I don't have to take many steps. I think, as we're just sitting up there again this morning talking about other things we can do with him. And, he's such a dynamic player that I said this the other day that, the offenses are always going to know where he's at. And so, they're going to turn protections to him. They're going to, have the back help chip no matter what it is. And a lot of the games he played last year that I watched, the offenses had a good scheme where they get 2 tight ends on him and all those things. So we're gonna obviously going to move him around, doing different things with him, but we're going to use him some ways where we're getting the protection turned the way we want it turned, and then able to win on the other side. And there's sometimes we're going to try to overload a protection where he gets a one-on-one.
And Micah should win most of those one-on-ones, especially with an offensive lineman. That's going to be the first thing I'm going to watch. That very first game at Cleveland. I'll listen to Tom Brady first and foremost, and then I'm going to watch Micah Parsons, and I want to see where he lines up. And if Zimmer is for real and Micah, are they going to do this? I think that's going to make a huge difference in that young man's career and what he eventually gets paid.
Yeah, and then because that contract is coming.
Absolutely.
And if I'm Micah, I want to play a lot more linebacker this year.
Of course.
Because right now the defensive end position group, and they don't get paid like linebackers. So I imagine Micah financially would like to line up more as a linebacker.
What if you're a hybrid? Can you get
it's a percentage
money and a half?
It's in the CBA, and it's actually the players part that does it, not the ownership group. But the percentage of plays that you play, the percentage of snaps at a position, if you're a hybrid player, is what you get slotted in. That has nothing to do with owners, coaches, general managers. That was the player side of things that they decided how it would be determined. Not you, not your agent, and certainly not your coach.
Put me at linebacker, coach. That's where I want to be.
I just need a percentage of snaps lined up here.
60-40.
It's ridiculous. It's a high number, like 88 or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So,
okay.
The way they divvy up that money.
Sure.
Wade Phillips, head coach of the San Antonio Brahmas, will join us coming up at 4:35 for Wednesdays with Wade, not only on the radio, but you can see Coach Wade Phillips on the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel because he does join us by video. So go over to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page at 4:35 so you can see the entertaining Coach Wade Phillips. Coming up, what we know so far about the NFL schedule and the primetime games for the Dallas Cowboys as we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Boy, we've sure had a lot of rain, haven't we, in San Antonio and South Texas this spring? A lot of thunderstorms rolling in. That's a good thing for your grass and the plants and the aquifer and all that stuff, but it could be a bad thing for your roof. You want to make sure that roof is okay and ready to go and ready to be able to withstand whatever Mother Nature has to throw at it. And you need to remember the name Stevens Roofing because that is the one name in roofing that stands high above the rest. Look, a quality roof overhead by Stevens Roofing means comfort. It means confidence. It certainly means peace of mind. Protection for all of those things that you love. So when you're in the market for repairs, a replacement roof, an upgrade, or if you just want to have Stevens Roofing out to inspect your roof to make sure that everything is okay, work with that experienced team that brings local roots, value, and a vast knowledge of their craft to every job. Work with Stevens Roofing. Call them and do it today. 210-785-0994. You can also get them online at stevensroofing.net. Make sure that roof is ready for the next thunderstorm that rolls through San Antonio and South Texas. Call Stevens Roofing, 210-785-0994.
94.1 FM, San Antonio Sports Star.
Todd is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Todd, and I live in Georgia. I'm a veteran of 23 years. I love to give back to the community, whether it's my fellow veterans, some guy on the street corner. I offer what I can when I can. I started noticing that my memory was slipping, and I wanted to take proactive measures to try to help that. I saw a Prevagen commercial, and I did some research on it, and I wanted to find out. I started taking Prevagen about 3 years ago. Since taking Prevagen, I feel clearer in my thoughts, my memory has improved, and generally just more on point.
Prevagen is available in stores everywhere without a prescription. Based on a clinical study of subgroups of individuals who are cognitively normal or mildly impaired, this product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
Were you uninvited to game night? Do you play board games with the ferocious intensity of an iron-fisted oligarch? Have friends left game night asking, how do you sleep at night? Then you should get a mattress from Mattress Firm. They can help anyone sleep. Get to Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale and save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets, plus get a $300 instant gift, all with free and fast delivery. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be a sign that your digestive system isn't working at its best? Taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil fiber powders help promote your daily digestive health using a plant-based fiber called psyllium. The gelling action of this special fiber traps and removes waste, so you can feel lighter and more energetic. Metamucil, promoting digestive health for a better you. Learn more at metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate. Not a rate based on Terry, who keeps and makes the car behind them. Oh no, they're about to. Save with DriveWise in the Allstate app and only pay a rate based on you.
Not available in every state, subject to terms and conditions. Rating factors and savings vary, and in some states your rate could increase with high-risk driving. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for up to half the cost. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single line 1, 5, and 10 gig data plans with unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon January 2024.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is The Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. On this Wemby Wednesday.
Hump Day.
Hump Day. Wade Phillips Wednesday. Wednesdays with Wade.
That's it.
The son of bum will join us coming up in about 12 minutes from right now. On the radio, obviously, and also he joins us every week on video. And I see a lot of people go watch those videos later. You can watch it live on the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel, so go there. In fact, it's always kind of cool, but freaks me out when people like take pictures where they've shared the screen or they're watching on like a 40 or 80 inch television, in offices and things like that.
Oh yeah, I love it.
I mean, well, you're an old TV guy. You're used to that. You like being on TV.
I do.
It's still kind of, it's not normal.
25 years of my life doing that stuff.
Hey, I'm Joe Reining.
Hey, how are you?
Of course, that's how you introduce yourself at bars. Hey, Hey, Joe Reinagel. Stick your hand. And he does, man. Joe will. He's got like a move. It's like sticks his arm out, his hand. Hey, Joe Reinagel. And there's always a hey.
Always.
It's not just I'm Joe.
Well, no.
Hey, I'm Joe. Nice
how
to meet
you
you.
doing?
Hey, how are you?
That's it.
You know, it's a whole.
Everybody's got to have their own shtick.
It's something. It's like Rob takes pictures and always puts his arm on it. His hand like he's, in a sorority picture.
Not only that, he kind of does the little tiptoe thing too. Have you noticed that?
No.
Yeah.
He tiptoes because what? He needs to be taller. I'm the one that should be tiptoeing.
Well, not tiptoeing, but you just put that one foot up, kind of like a cheerleader.
Your kid was a cheerleader,
Yeah,
right?
she did that all the time.
There's a name for that pose.
I don't know what the name of
we'll
it
call
is.
it the Casey.
And then he also brings a purse to work.
Stop. Stop.
I love you, Rob.
Rob's the best.
He is. He's awesome.
Hey, Joe Reinagel.
Hey, how we doing? Next on the main stage. Kind of sounds like that. That's what got me into this business. I want you to know that.
You were DJing at a strip club?
No, I was never doing it, but I used to frequent those places. You'd hear that guy. Hey, next to the main stage, Desiree. Whatever the hell they said.
Yeah, it was always Mercedes.
Mercedes?
Yeah, it's always some sort of expensive
And
car.
she always looked like a Chevy.
Not always. There's some Chevys out there that are sexy.
Well,
there's a whole Corvette club out there.
I'm just saying.
I mean, but it just tells me you were going at lunch.
I would go at all times. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I was one of those guys that fall hook, line, and sinker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly. I saw a meme the other day with the cost of everything going up. You know how strippers are always named after fancy cars?
Yes.
Yes. Now on the main stage, it's eggs and gas.
Nice.
Wow. Really. Not really.
Eggs and gas. Woo!
Yeah, things are getting expensive.
Dude. Did I tell you this?
What did you tell me?
Last night.
Uh-oh.
I got two little dogs.
Yeah.
Right. And so Maggie and I, they sleep in the bed with us.
They didn't get hurt again, did they?
No.
Oh,
I got hurt. So
wait a minute.
Dude,
hold on.
About 2:30.
2:30 in the morning.
About 2:30 in the morning.
You had to pee.
No.
Well, that's surprising.
I am awakened by a smell.
Oh no.
That is just ungodly.
Oh
okay.
No.
So I wake up and I thought somebody had pooped the bed. So I've obviously checked myself first, just to make sure.
Never trust a fart.
That it wasn't me. So it wasn't. I haven't thought about BM in a while. So one of our dogs is old. I mean, she's getting old. And dude, that was the first of many last night. Of course, I checked, got up, made sure that nobody had an accident on the bed. Ungodly smell. It was unbelievable. And it's one when you finally you got to pull the covers over your head to breathe.
That's kind of a Dutch oven, sir. You don't necessarily want to do that.
Well, the dog was not under the covers. The dog was out. So I figured that was the safest place.
Where was your wife?
She slept through the whole thing.
Oh, was it her?
I don't think so. I don't think a smell like that could come out of that beautiful woman.
That's a great answer, Joe.
Well, I'm just saying.
That's a great answer.
Dude, I'm telling you, that dog, and it happened again. I'm like, I mean, what the hell?
Well,
so you mentioned eggs. It kind of reminds me of that, although it didn't smell like eggs. It smelled, it was, oh my gosh, it was awful.
Why didn't you take the dog outside?
Well, why would the dog was
why
asleep.
would you do that? Well, clearly the dog probably would have enjoyed going outside, but they know it's not time.
The dog was sound asleep. I mean, you're asleep, you just, and that was the worst part about it,
what?
too.
That's the worst part?
It was silent,
but
extremely deadly.
Well, most dogs are silent, but deadly.
Well, no, I've heard some dogs make some noise.
Really?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Huh.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, it was one of the worst things I've smelt in a long time.
And we're about to create a really bad debate. Art Garcia on the YouTube channel says, another reason I'm a cat guy.
No.
I'm not a fan of cats. You can be a cat guy. But those things they got their own little area, but they don't flush, right?
No.
And then
no.
they walk around in that and then walk all over your counters.
They do.
I'm not a cat guy. I'd rather deal with a farting dog all day long than deal with a cat in my house.
Well, I'm not a big cat fan either. But the one thing I will say about cats is they take care of themselves. Like you could leave for the weekend. As long as the cat has enough food and water and a litter box, you're golden. Dogs have to be taken care of.
What your neighbor Hal is for.
Well, true.
Or James Pledger.
James Pledger.
Or in your case,
my
Brian.
brother-in-law. Yeah.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
I'd rather, hey, I'm leaving again. And yeah, sure. I mean, I don't know who was more devastated when my last dog died, me and my wife and my daughter, or James Pledger, because, I haven't replaced the dog, and that's been a significant pay cut for one James Pledger.
Yeah. And food. Because he was coming over raiding the refrigerator.
Oh, not just food, but the beer fridge.
Well, that too.
I mean, yes. And I paid him cash too.
Wow.
And he had a place to stay. And
nice.
Would bring girls over to the house.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I lost a whole lot with that.
Wow. Did he say he probably said it was his house. Let's go home. Let's go to my house.
Probably.
Drive up there.
Probably. I mean.
I just said I got a place.
Why aren't we just staying in the living room? Well, this looks like a guest room. Lord knows you didn't go in my room, did you?
You better get that black light out.
I don't.
Don't do that.
Black light, how are you going to tell yours or his? I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, let's be honest.
Wow.
I have no idea. Wade Phillips will join us next. If you want to watch, jump on the
Wade.
San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. Head coach of the San Antonio Brahmas joins us coming up next here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, it is Wednesday, and along with all the other stuff we're talking about, Hump Day, Wednesdays with Wade, all of that stuff, it is the big 12K poker tournament out at the Big Blind tonight. That's right. They made it 12K for their grand opening, but guess what? They're keeping it for the entire month. 12K tournament tonight, only a $60 buy-in. It all starts at 6:15. You don't have to be there at 6:15 though, because the tournament goes on most of the night. It is a lot of fun. I tell you what, there's a lot of good players out there, and it's just fun because they're going to serve you drinks at your table. You want food, they'll bring it to your table. There's TVs all over the place. It is just a great time. And the fact that they're keeping that thing at 12K for the month of May is just sensational. More money for you to try and go out there and win. And look, the Big Blind is locally owned. It's owned by the owners of the Roo Pub and the Angry Elephant, and that ought to tell you everything you need to know because the food is going to be fantastic. The beverages served directly to your table, full bar, and of course, all the games on all the TVs. You won't miss a minute of the action. If you haven't been to the Big Blind, get on out there tonight. Wednesday night is a perfect night to go out and check out the Big Blind. You know where it is. It's right down from the Roo Pub and the Angry Elephant, right there at 281 and Redland Road.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Thursday on the Morning Huddle, we know the schedules. We'll tell you what you'll be doing in the middle of October.
And we'll find out if I was as wrong about the Thunder as I was about the Timberwolves. Starts at 6 right here at the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Have you gotten your hands on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B yet? Southern Recipe small batch offers big, bold flavors like hot honey, spicy dill, and sea salt and cracked black pepper. Bonus, you're going to love the low-carb, high-protein crunch. Turn snack time from ordinary to extraordinary with flavorful pork rinds. Pick up your favorite flavors of Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B today.
Dave Ramsey here. The only water softener I recommend is a quality water softener from Connecticut. It really is the last water softener you'll ever own.
ConnecticutSA.com.
And tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
Were you uninvited to game night? Do you play board games with the ferocious intensity of an iron-fisted oligarch? Have friends left game night asking, how do you sleep at night? then you should get a mattress from Mattress Firm. They can help anyone sleep. Get to Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale and save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets, plus get a $300 instant gift, all with free and fast delivery. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
Over the past decade, the Roof Hub has proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the UFC fights, and when you show up at the Roof Hub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and certainly the best place to watch a game. The Roof Hub is next to the Angry Elephant and in the same plaza as the Big Blind there at 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roof. Hi, it's Jason Minix from the Blitz. Did you know your testosterone levels start to decline in your 30s? So if you're feeling a lack of energy and drive, it could be caused by low T. Get your levels tested at Synergenics. They make it quick and easy, and with the convenience of their on-site lab, you'll get your results back at your first visit. At Synergenics, you will get customized care from testosterone specialists. Book your appointment now. Go to fixmylowt.com. That's fixmylowt.com.
This is Jim Rome, and you're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's Wednesdays with Wade. San Antonio Brahmas head coach Wade Phillips joins the Blitz every Wednesday for an inside look at your San Antonio Brahmas. Now, here's the Blitz with Wade Phillips.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix. Before we get to head coach Wade Phillips of the San Antonio Brahmas, we're getting people qualified every hour at this time, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, to win those ACL Weekend 2 3-day wristbands. And we've got trivia that we're getting you qualified for. Now, if you don't win them, you can always buy them at aclfest.com. But the trivia question today, since Wade Phillips is with us, it's going to be a Wade Phillips related question. Now, Coach, you can't answer this. That would be unfair. What position did Wade Phillips play in college and at what university? First person to correctly tell that to James Pledger at 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776 will get qualified for those 3-day ACL Fest wristbands. Coach, you can't answer that one. Coach Wade Phillips joining us now on the Buyers Barricades guest line.
Yeah, I think I know what it is, though.
I would hope so. In trying to come up with Wade Phillips trivia, Coach, I learned your first name isn't actually Wade.
That's right. Yeah, my first name is Harold, but I've never been called Harold. So I've always gone by what, I guess, that's what they wanted to call me, so I don't know why they didn't just name me Wade. Leave the other part out. But.
Was that like if when growing up, Coach? If your mother said Harold, did you know you were in trouble?
No, I don't think she ever called me Harold that I remember. So yeah, I mean they just discarded it. I was named after a couple of guys that my dad worked on the ranch with. One of them was obviously Harold, and the other guy was Wade. So, but he must have liked Wade better because that's all they ever called me.
They ever call you? So, like on your driver's license, when you are trying to get on an airplane, it says Harold, and they look at you and like, "You're Wade Phillips. You're not Harold."
Yeah, I don't put it on my driver's license or basically any of my stuff except I guess Social Security or something like that. But on my driver's license it says Wade Phillips.
Harold just doesn't have the same ring to it, Coach. I'm glad you stuck with Wade. That just sounds much better. Wade Phillips.
Wade Phillips.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Good to me.
Yeah. See, if you lose a game, you're Harold. But winners are named Wade, man. W's in the name.
There
and, man,
go.
did you get a hell of a W this past weekend down in Houston.
Yeah, that was a great win. they're all different, obviously, but we came through when it counted. And one of the things that happened that a lot of people don't realize, we scored, we're 9 points behind, we scored, and then we get the 3 points to tie the game, and then we're going out on the kickoff, and we only have 10 guys out there because one of our players was hurt that we didn't know was hurt. So Bryce Thompson says, I'll go in on the kickoff team. Now, he hadn't played on the kickoff team, the whole year. He's the guy that knocks the ball out that we recover on the kickoff. So, I mean, I don't know, there's fate or something happens. It's hard to explain, but things work our way.
Well, I tell you what, Coach, and it was an exciting finish. You guys scored 12 points in the final 3 minutes, and I saw video of you after you guys won the game. And what I love about you, and Jason and I were talking about this, Coach, is that you get as excited and passionate as any of the players do, and I just love to see that from you on the sidelines. But that kind of game was just exciting to be a part of, I'm sure.
Yeah, it really was. You don't want them to be that exciting, but you'd like to win easy and all that stuff. But all these games and these teams are all close, and with the running clock too. I mean, you don't have that many chances, so it's hard to win by a big score. So if you win by 7 or 10, you've had a big win.
Wade Phillips joining us here on the Blitz, head coach of the San Antonio Brahmas, talking about that thrilling win last week. And again, the final 3 minutes were incredible. The first part of that game, and this is what I love talking about with coaches, because the offense was struggling, but you had 2 red zone turnovers. And fans are like, man, that offense has to get on track here and there. When you graded out the film, was it as bad as it seemed, or is it just, man, some unlucky turnovers, some untimely mistakes really kept that game a lot closer than it should have been?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you fumble twice inside the turnover inside the 10-yard line, and the other team gets it, it's 2 opportunities for touchdowns, and even field goals would have been, put us in good position. So, turnovers can do that. And actually, we were playing real well offensively early in the game like that, and we had 100-something yards passing almost in the first quarter. So it looked like we were going to have a great game, but all games are different. Turnovers obviously can make a difference, and of course, us getting a turnover at the end of the game made the difference too.
Yeah, that was exciting and very fortunate. I mean, you got to have a little luck to win games, especially when you maybe not playing your best. Coach, when you make a change at a position, like quarterback, for example, is that what determines that? Is that just you need a spark, or what determines that?
Yeah, I mean, and Quentin started out really good. Like I said, he had 100-something yards passing in the first quarter and a half, and looked like a 300 or 400-yard passing game. And it's like, I guess it's like baseball and a pitcher, that sometimes they start out good and then, they get out of rhythm, or I don't know what happens, but, you have to bring in a reliever because things aren't going well. So he had a stretch there that it didn't look like it was going to turn around. And I know he was getting frustrated, which makes it tougher, So it looked like our chances, we need to try to do something different. And luckily, Kevin Hogan did a great job for us. Now, we ran the ball on that drive too, but Kevin made some nice throws that helped us get down there. And then he made a great throw on the 3-point play. So, he certainly helped winning the game. But the thing about Kevin, and he's only been there a week, he'd only been there a week. So he only had a few plays in his, that we got him ready to play. And luckily we did that well, and he did it well. But Quentin, we still believe in him. I mean, he's a really talented player, and I think this is going to help him because, like I say, he started out so well and then kind of dropped off. I think, well, just like John Lovett in our game, Lovett fumbled on 5-yard line or 2-yard line, whatever it was, the first of the game. Well, guess who scored the last touchdown that basically tied the game up?
Yeah.
John Lovett. And he wasn't on the field. And when we got down there, he said, "Put me in, coach, put me in. I'll put it in the end zone." And he made a great run and ran over a guy to get in the end zone.
That he did. Now, I'm curious, coaches, you make the quarterback change and Hogan comes in and takes over. An 18-play drive, 10 minutes off the clock. At what point are you thinking, if we don't score, we're going to run the clock out on ourselves? I mean, the idea of man, a 10-minute drive, especially in that league, is incredible. But at the same time, it almost took too much time. Now, granted, you got the fumble on the ensuing kickoff, but were you worried that you were taking too long to get it into the end zone?
Well, I knew the great thing about this league is you can make 9 points on one touchdown. So, and I was telling AJ that whole drive because I was worried about the time, but we still had timeouts. But I was worried about the same thing you're talking about. So I kept telling AJ, make sure you have a 3-point play ready. Have a 3-point play ready. And so and we did.
I tell you what, there's so much going on, and you're right, Coach. When you watch the game and things just seem to move really quickly, was that when you first got into this league and the rules? Was that tough to adjust to, the quick decisions that you have to make?
Well, it's such a field position game because, like I say, the clock runs so much. It's hard to score a lot of points, no matter how good you are. Although team we play, Arlington scored 47 last week, but it's a field position, and that's why we have a really good punter. We have a really good field goal kicker. Those things are so important, and our defense, really played well. So, but there are a lot of decisions. When to punt it, when to go on 4th and 3 or 4th and 2, all those things are come up quite a bit in these games, more so than NFL, I think, because again, you only have less possessions.
Wade Phillips joining us here on the Blitz, head coach of the San Antonio Brahmas, home this week, finally back in the Dome as they take on the Arlington Renegades. But one more question on that win last week against Houston. And I know it was personal for you. We talked about that last week. Your excitement afterwards, it maybe felt like that one meant a little bit more. After you got the game tied up, you get the fumble, and you're sending your kicker out for a 51-yard attempt to win the game. I thought that was kind of stretching his limits. How confident were you that he would make it from that distance?
No, actually there was a wind, and we always check it before the game, which direction. And they had actually kicked a 60-yarder during the game. Their kicker, they made a 60-yard field goal, and we felt like with the wind, 58 was our limit, but we could go up to 58 yards for the field goal. So, we felt like it was in his range, and it was, because in fact he kicked it. I mean, if you go to the replay, I mean, it was way up on the goalpost. I mean, I think he could have made it from 60. I know he could have made it from 58. So, no, we go by, the pregame and the win and so forth, but as long as it doesn't change during the game, as to where we're comfortable and where we have confidence in the kicker. And he really came through for us too, though.
Coach, you guys are back home and you're playing well, obviously 5-2 record and in front of the home folks. But I tell you what, you guys is a battle for your conference championship, if you will. And besides Birmingham, who is yet to lose, I mean, you guys are right there in the upper echelon when it comes to this league. And do you think about that from game to game? I mean, do you look at the standings and say, hey, we're pretty good?
Oh yeah, I mean we're tied for first place with St. Louis. St. Louis beat us the one game, the tiebreaker, but we get to play them again. We look at where we are, and the first thing we have different goals I mean, we have certain goals. One of them, obviously, first goal is to make the playoff. Second goal is to win your conference. And then obviously the third goal is to win in the playoffs and win it all. So all of those things are there for us. And, you know, with 3 games left, which, you know, they couldn't say that last year. So, you know, we have a really good team. I hope everybody come out and support us.
Well, and
They're fun to
again,
watch.
you guys are fun to watch. 3:00 in the Alamo Dome. You get Arlington, a team that you beat, 25-15 a couple of weeks ago on the 27th there in Arlington. Now you get them at your place. But you mentioned, you know, they scored 47 last week. You guys didn't give up a touchdown against Houston. All their points were on field goals. You had 6 sacks. We know how dominant every Wade Phillips defense is. But how did that team score 47 against Memphis last week?
Well, they have the best quarterback in the league. I mean, Perez is leading the league in passing percentage. He's leading the league in most yards thrown. He's leading the league in least time sacked. He's leading the league. Well, he's thrown 2 interceptions and 230 passes. The guy's having a phenomenal year. Now their team isn't, but you can see what they did last week. I mean, they're capable because he's playing great, and it's going to be a big challenge for us to stop them.
You know, Coach, when you look at that and you see a team like Arlington and what they did last week, do you have to throw out what happened in the last game and just say, hey, this is a new team, they're playing differently, and game plan maybe a little differently for this team?
No, it's still matchups. I think, you know, we looked at the last game we played, and we know they're going to change some things that they didn't do well against us, and we're going to change some things that they did well against us, and offensively and defensively and special teams. So, you know, it's a new chess game. You know, you've already played Kasparov one time, and you got to try to beat him again.
All right. So the $1 million question, Coach, who's going to start at quarterback Sunday for the Brahmas?
Well, Quentin Dormady is their quarterback, so he'll start and play and hopefully have a great game, which I think he will. I really believe it. He's determined to do really well, and you know, motivation's a key to a lot of things. And like I said, with Lovett, you know, he was motivated. He fumbled. He's going to score that touchdown. And I think Quentin has the same kind of attitude. You know, he motivated that. Well, he had a bad stretch, and he's going to come back and overcome that.
Coach, the guys like Dormady, do they understand why you did what you did?
Well, sure, yeah. And I talked to him about it, and he knew things weren't going well. I mean, things just for some reason, for whatever reason, you know, things didn't go well in the passing game. You know, I think he hit like 1 out of 11 in that stretch, and so, you know, we needed to change just for him, for his sake, so he wouldn't get overly frustrated.
3 weeks in a row on the road, back home in the Alamo Dome this Sunday, 3:00 against the Arlington Renegades. TV will be on Fox. Now, Coach, looking at scenarios, if you guys win and I think you need somebody to lose and you actually clinch a playoff spot, is that correct?
Yeah, if DC loses and we win, we're in the playoffs.
That's awesome.
DC's playing St. Louis. In fact, they play the game before us, so we'll kind of know. So, but if DC wins, St. Louis loses, and we win, we're in first place by a game, with 2 games left. So, you know, either way, I think, you know,
all right. Well,
we've got to win.
All right. So
we need to win.
help us on knowing how we need to root for that other game. I mean, do we want DC to win or St. Louis? Because would you guys host a playoff game if that's the case?
Well, if we win the last 3, we host the playoff game, no matter what happens. So that's our first goal. Is if we win the next 3, we win the conference and play at home in the playoffs.
Good reason to pack the dome.
Pack the dome. TheUFL.com to get your tickets. TheUFL.com. Sunday, 3 o'clock in at the Alamo Dome. It's going to be a great time. Coach, we'll see you down there on Sunday. Always appreciate you joining us here on the Blitz for Wednesdays with Wade.
Yeah, you got it. The Blitz is great. I'm all for it.
Appreciate you. Wade Phillips, head coach of the San Antonio Brahmas, on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond, online at buyersbarricades.com. Wade Phillips, head coach of the San Antonio Brahmas. And Pledge, we did get a pretty quick qualifier. Can you tell us who got qualified?
John Vargas.
John Vargas. So he must have known that Wade Phillips was a linebacker at the University of Houston.
Linebacker at the University of Houston. You know, I was a little surprised by that because I thought Wade was, a lineman or something.
Well, that's what he'd play now.
Well, probably. Maybe he's a little more.
I'm going to guess
svelte.
Wade Phillips. Now, granted, Wade Phillips played a while ago, like in the 60s.
Was 66? I want to say
yes,
mid-60s.
Yeah, he was a 3-year starter at linebacker from 66 to 68 there at the University of Houston, and held the University of Houston record for career-assisted tackles until 2011.
Wow. That's incredible.
That's a long time to hold a record.
That's
I don't know
impressive.
if that says a lot about Wade or about the guys that
it's Wade.
Yeah,
It's all
absolutely.
Wade. I can't tell you, and I hope everybody listening enjoys it as much as I do. Talking with Wade Phillips every Wednesday. It's just it's one of those fun things about this job on Wednesday. Besides the fact that it's Hump Day and all the other stuff, but talking with Wade Phillips is just a blast.
It is. He's such a great dude. Sunday, 3 o'clock in the Dome. Get your tickets, theufl.com. I think they start at like $15.50.
Yeah.
It's fun for the entire family. Take the kids. It's a great time. It's Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock. We'll see you down there at the Dome.
Absolutely.
It's going to be fun. All right. Joe's got to take off early because, he's got he's got a putting contest in an hour.
Can you handle this, Minix, all by yourself?
I'll be fine.
Okay. Just checking.
I'll be
on the phone for a while if you need me.
I'd say hit it straight, but I know you.
I know.
No, have fun playing golf. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you
go
very
win some
much.
money in your Schwenky member guest. And for the record, he's the guest.
Yes,
not
I am
the
the
member
guest.
out
Yes,
at the Dominion.
Yes.
It pays to have rich friends.
It does.
It does. All right, Joe, have a good couple of days.
You.
It is Friday.
Appreciate
As
y'all.
we continue here on the Blitz, we'll let you know the latest on what we're hearing on NFL schedule releases. Cowboys assistants, we're talking what all that means, and another opportunity to get registered and qualified for the ACL wristbands coming up at 5:30. Now, if you're dealing with any issues at your house with your plumbing, your AC, there is one company to call, and that is Quartermoon Plumbing, Heating, and AC, 210-651-5899. At Quartermoon, they are experts at worst-case scenarios, big job, small job, residential, or commercial. Their service trucks are fully stocked, and they have all the equipment needed for any job. No commission, sales reps. They'll provide estimates and second opinions, and they have a great experienced staff that has earned an A+ ranking with the Better Business Bureau. And at Quartermoon, they are green certified. 210-651-5899, 651-5899, or online, quartermoonplumbing.com.
You're listening to The Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Hi, I'm attorney Steve Benke. If you've made the decision to divorce, you need an experienced attorney who can help. I've helped many people get through divorce, custody, child support, and alimony problems. Call me. I'm attorney Steve Benke.
210-DIVORCE or go to BenkeLaw.com.
Every business faces challenges, but complicated, expensive, and uncertain shipping shouldn't be one of them.
With USPS Ground Advantage from the United States Postal Service, you can avoid all the noise.
No more unexpected surcharges, hidden fees, or complex rate structures.
It's just easy, cost-effective, and dependable shipping. Tune your business's frequency to success and turn shipping to your advantage. Learn how at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
Two guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same two guys drove home. One guy wore a seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
Stirring fiber, exercising, frequent trips to the store. Sounds like your constipation with belly pain is a lot to manage. But if your symptoms that keep coming back are signs of irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C, ask your doctor how Linzess can help you get ahead of it. Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Texas weather this time of year means storms, wind, rain, and hail. You know, if you were hit with the recent storms and you think you have roof damage, don't make the situation worse by putting your faith in one of those out-of-town storm chasers. Work with a local roofing company with years of experience. Work with a company whose people live in our area and deal with the same weather we do. That's Stevens Roofing, 210-785-0994. Or you can get them online at stevensroofing.net. Buy local, stay local, trust local with Stevens Roofing.
At Lowe's, save big every day when you buy in bulk. Save 10% when you buy 20 or more select self-leveling underlayment. And there's more. Save 10% when you buy 2 or more packs of 360 Trex Universal Hidden Fasteners. Visit us in-store or online for low prices on the materials you need. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the NBA playoffs tonight, the Celtics look to close out the Cavs in Boston at 6 o'clock. The Mavs and Thunder, they're tied at 2 games apiece as well. That game tips off at 8:30 in OKC, both games on TNT. The Texas Rangers, they've lost 5 in a row. The Astros, they cheat, but they win. They've got Oakland. The Blitz continues here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Guess what day it is?
Joe Reinagel.
For the 3rd time in 7 seasons, the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Hump day!
Hump day!
Where's Ryan Eagle?
Hump day! Hump day!
Dude, that was from the videos earlier today. Dude, we didn't think ahead. We should have had somebody on the phone line to do hump days without Ryan Eagle.
Hump day!
Joe is done for the day. The next couple of days. The hell was that? I'm Jason Minix. James Pledger pushing all kinds of wrong buttons on the other side of the glass. I'm not sure what the hell that was. I want to clarify something because I like learning new things, especially in topics where you feel like you know something. Like I did not know that Wade Phillips, his real first name was Harold. And I did not know that Bum Phillips named him after 2 guys that worked at the ranch, a guy named Harold and a guy named Wade. And according to Wade Phillips, they must have liked Wade more because he's always been called Wade, never Harold. Even on his driver's license, he has Wade Phillips on his driver's license. Even when he was in trouble, Mama never called him Harold. That was an interesting story. Who knew, right? So we do a trivia question for those ACL wristbands. Trying to find the question. What position did Wade play in college and at what university? So we the line doesn't give any indication, but he knows he can't win. So we wrap up the interview, and I get a text message. Did anybody say quarterback? No, nobody actually said quarterback, because according to this text, they technically would have been right. According to this, Wade, for clarification, played quarterback at Houston on the freshman team. And then he started at linebacker on the varsity team his sophomore year, and he was a 3-year starter. But the dude actually was a quarterback that turned into a linebacker.
If somebody would have guessed it, that would be, I don't know what we'd do.
Well, I mean, at that point, Pledge would have already lied to that person and said they weren't a winner. But we would have made it good one way or the other. But did you have any idea that Wade Phillips at one point played quarterback in college? Now, it'd be one thing, growing up, and clearly he was a great athlete, and his dad is who his dad is. So it wouldn't surprise me that a coach's kid was quarterback. You look around, you see a lot of coaches' kids that play quarterback. I think it's in the rule book, but you look at it, and then at some point they learned that you might have been a really good high school quarterback, but you're going to be a linebacker in college. But apparently he went to Houston as a quarterback.
Didn't that happen to Bernie Champion kid that went to TCU that played for the Packers?
Ty Summers.
Yes.
Yeah, Ty Summers, although Ty is actually from Reagan, not from Bernie Champion. Right. Ty was a quarterback. Well, and technically, he was a linebacker at Reagan High School taking snaps from shotgun. Let's be honest. Now Trevor Knight, legit quarterback that probably could have played linebacker.
He was built like one.
He was built like a linebacker. But yeah, no, Ty was is a Reagan Rattler.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Failed that one.
There are a lot of guys. You look at Max DiDomenico, quarterback at Clemens, is a safety at Army now. And not only is he a hell of a safety, he's also team captain for West Point, for Army West Point this year, coming up for his senior year.
That happened to a New Braunfels quarterback that they went deep in the playoffs. I think it was the year they lost to Jaquiz Rogers. He ended up playing for the Air Force Academy, switched positions, played in the safety.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, see, a lot of times, and this used to be the case back in the day, not as much anymore. It used to be head coach would say, who are my two best? All right, you're a quarterback and you're a running back. The next best 11 go play defense. Now they say, all right, who's the quarterback? And I need 4 wide receivers. And then I need somebody on the other side that might be able to cover those guys. That's the way it kind of works now. And I see it a lot too, like every year at the San Antonio Sports All-Star Game. And today, the coaches for the San Antonio Sports All-Star Game were announced. You've got Nick Rogers from Piper and Eddie Salas from Harlan. They're going to coach in the All-Star Game, which will be January 11th. You see it a lot at the All-Star Game because being on the committee that selects those, and there's a handful on that committee, but the coaches will tell us what they are looking for and how many running backs, how many receivers, defensive tackles, ends, linebackers, depending on what kind of defense that they're going to run. And then you get guys that get nominated as athletes because, yeah, at their school, they were this, but in reality, he probably should be a safety, or you probably, you're a quarterback here because you're the best athlete there. But in this game, you're probably going to be better off as a wide receiver or a defensive back, or, an offensive lineman that could also play defensive line, or can they play center even though they might have been a tackle, or because of what you need in putting together those teams, which sometimes could be kind of difficult.
I mean, our friend Nate Askew, he started as a wide receiver, ended up as a linebacker in the NFL.
That's true, and I love Nate Askew. Madison High School, went to Texas A&M. You think about one of the greatest games that guy ever played. Brian Ehrlich was the quarterback there at Madison. Nate Askew, the star wide receiver. They're playing Smithson Valley in the Alamo Dome, and Nate Askew had missed extra point that cost Smithson Valley. They lost that game 28-27. Nate Askew pushed off like 18 times in that game just because he was bigger than the defensive back at Smithson Valley trying to cover him, and he had pushed him out in the easy touchdown catch. I give crap to Nate about that all the time. But he ended up being a linebacker / tight end because of the buffet table, not because of anything else. I mean, he ate his way out of being a wide receiver, if we're going to be honest about it, but still talented enough to make it to the National Football League. I'm not lying.
I hadn't heard that one.
You ever asked him why he switched positions? I mean, most of the time, if you're a wide receiver and you end up playing defense, it's because you can't catch, right? Nate could catch just fine.
Mm-hmm.
He just couldn't run like he used to.
I was told the defensive coaches wanted to convert him. They saw something, and they're like, we can make something out of you.
Sure.
That's the story I heard.
No, it's because he was eating his way into the defensive category. I'm kidding. Not really. Nate's good people. He's working now with the Valero Texas Open people.
Mm-hmm.
Doing good stuff over there. Got a couple of interesting games tonight in the NBA. For Cleveland, it's all but done for those guys. I mean, they've got Boston tonight at home. The late game tonight should be a lot of fun. Dallas and Oklahoma City. Series is tied 2-2. You look at this game and you think about Dallas had so many opportunities in the last game, and they couldn't make any free throws. That was really the difference in the game. Luka has not been Luka-like in this series. It'll be interesting to see what SGA does at home tonight, what Chet Holmgren is able to do at home tonight. It's going to be a couple of really fun games to watch. You want to add excitement to watching those games? Make sure you download the Underdog Fantasy app or go to UnderdogFantasy.com and get signed up and start playing the Pick'em game. I fell asleep at the end of the game last night, woke up this morning, had the little notification, cha-ching, from Underdog that money was deposited in my account because, I won my Pick'em entry last night for that late game. You want to win some cash? Pick between 2 and 5 players to build your Pick'em entry, and all you have to do is select higher or lower on player stats. And if your picks hit, you can win up to 100 times your money. It is fantasy, but legal in Texas. Get signed up at UnderdogFantasy.com. Use my promo code STAR, and Underdog will give you a mystery special pick to use on your first Pick'em entry and a deposit offer. Must be over 18 and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. Again, download the Underdog Fantasy app or go to UnderdogFantasy.com. Sign up using my promo code STAR.
94.1.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at TSAOG.com.
If you're a man and you live in San Antonio or the surrounding areas, you need to pay close attention to what I'm about to say. Are you having issues rising to the occasion? Do you constantly worry about whether or not you can perform? Have you completely stopped having adult time? Is it something you just don't talk about? Guys, we have a solution. Mojo, the 100% guaranteed male enhancer pill that's fast, effective, and was designed to reignite passion, performance, and confidence in the bedroom. Yeah. Be ready at a moment's notice with the Mojo Male Enhancement Pill from Pure Line Nutrition. And for those of you who have used Mojo, check out Mojo Enduramax.
Touchdown!
A new formula that improves the potency and effectiveness of Mojo. Get fast results, last longer, and be the man she'll never forget. Mojo and Mojo Enduramax, 100% natural male enhancement formulas, only available at Pure Line Nutrition. Call now, 210-494-2210. That's 210-494-2210. Or visit us online at thepureline.com.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collisions since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. After several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you are a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you are a family member and needs an experienced attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
We're recording this Progressive commercial on a real boat to let people know that when you bundle your home, boat, and other vehicles...
What was that, Flo?
Progressive saves you money, Jamie!
Why are we doing this on a boat?
We were going for authenticity!
We're going to the city?
Authenticity!
You mean Atlantic City? But we're not in the Atlantic! Are we?
Bundle your home and other vehicles with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code MONTHFREE by May 31st. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
The success you've had in life matters. The late nights, the extra shifts, the moments you've stood up and said, I've got this. At University of Maryland Global Campus, we value your achievements because we're a school for real life. With us, you can earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and life and work experience, or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. We offer scholarships, affordable tuition, and online and hybrid classes, all with the support you need from your first day to graduation day and beyond. As an accredited state university, we've been transforming lives for over 75 years. Choose from more than 125 undergraduate and graduate degrees and certificates, and get ready to succeed again. Now is the perfect time to take the next step in your life and education. Apply by May 31st and get your application fee waived. Combined with affordable tuition, scholarships, and financial resources, your degree is more attainable than ever before. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
I'm AJ Hoffman from the Morning Huddle. Join me and Rob Thompson tomorrow morning at 6. Your early morning wake-up call on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 as San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Jason Minix. Joe Reinagel got out a little early today. He's heading up I-10 to go play in a golf tournament. They got an event tonight, a putting contest. So if you're blocking traffic on the highway, get out of the way. Joe's in a hurry. He's got to be there by 6, competing. So hopefully traffic doesn't suck as Reinagel works his way up there. You know, he's going to be off tomorrow, too, which means he's going to miss one of his favorite things to do every week. Although I know Joe well enough, I'll probably get texts of which selection he likes for our Tri-County Meat Market photo contest. So if you've done grilling and you know you've taken photos, make sure you upload those photos to the Grilling with the Blitz page at sasportstar.com, because every Thursday we judge meat and give away a $50 gift card to Tri-County Meat Market.
I've always liked my meat big.
He does. And, I don't know. That's why tomahawks always seem to win. Something about that excites Joe. But yeah, now get your entries in, especially Mother's Day was a couple of days ago. If you did some grilling, let's see those photos at sasportstar.com. You know, as we get ready for the NFL schedule release, which is in about an hour and 40 minutes, we got a whole special show from ESPN Radio coming up at 7 o'clock here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. And it's just another step as we get closer to the regular season. And the NFL does a great job of feeding us along the way. While we're starving for games, you're not starving for things to talk about, for content, as we say. And the NFL is taking it a step further. Now, we haven't heard what team is going to be saddled with Hard Knocks this year during training camp. We've seen that, and now we're going to see an off-season Hard Knocks. HBO has announced that Hard Knocks off-season with the New York Giants will debut July 2nd on Max, their streaming service, because of course, that's the way things are done. Now, what are we going to get in off-season Hard Knocks? I mean, in season, sure. Training camp, sure. So is this going to be front office type sitting around talking about how do we let Saquon Barkley leave the building? Why in the hell did we sign Daniel Jones to a $160 million deal? Which quarterback do we like in the draft? What are we going to do? I mean, if that's truly what we're going to get, I'm in. If it's watching some coaches playing solitaire while another coach is going over stuff, I'm out. As much as I love the idea of Hard Knocks, and I love Hard Knocks, this, I'm curious, because are they really going to pull the curtain back? I mean, they do enough on regular Hard Knocks, but we know teams have final say, and there's nothing in those that are overly revealing. That's one of the deals that teams have made with the film crews is put together these shows, but we don't want to give a competitive advantage. And one of the things that you also see, you're evaluating players, and whether you love a guy, whether you hate a guy. I mean, wouldn't you have loved to see the true discussions of Rod Marinelli a few years ago talking about why he didn't like TJ Watt but did like Taco Charlton? I mean, I'd actually love to see the raw video of that, but they would never show that in a show like this, I don't think. So will they? I mean, you look at Hard Knocks as a series during training camp, and you could say, has it run its course? You know, so many shows show us things like that. Hell, the team's own social media gives us a Hard Knocks feel. That Hard Knocks has to constantly reinvent itself. So I wonder if that's what they're doing here. You look at the success of that quarterback show that they had with the behind-the-scenes look. I'm curious overall of what they're going to do. And it's, you know, said in this article here on Yahoo, the Giants, an interesting team for this project because, well, back in 2010, Giants co-owner John Mara said the team would never be on Hard Knocks.
Whoops.
Well, this isn't training camp. And I don't think the Giants have actually ever been on Hard Knocks, have they? And it hasn't been announced that I've seen, and I would know, I think, what the team is. You know, the teams that, if nobody volunteers, could be saddled with it. I think that's out there. You wonder if the Patriots will do it now that Bill Belichick isn't there, although the Patriots aren't required to do it this year since they have a first-year coach. Could be something interesting next year. And even the Patriots, you know, they've got that series on Apple. I have not watched the entire thing on Apple, but it certainly makes it feel like it's all about the crafts and not the Belichick that deserves all the credit for everything that they've done. That's a weird show that I just couldn't get into on Apple. This July 2nd, I don't know what else is going to be on. So I'll probably watch it because, well, it's the NFL and I'm down for that kind of stuff. But I just want to see when they start it, because who's been on the in-season Hard Knocks? I know it was the Colts and the Cardinals, and none of them became appointment television. None of them said, man, I can't wait for this next one to drop. I've got to watch it. In the summer, I kind of get that from training camp. The in-season one, I did watch the one with the Cardinals because I just kept waiting for Cliff to get fired on television.
I just watched the previous season of In Season. The Dolphins one was really good.
The Dolphins one, I forgot about the Dolphins. It was so good, I forgot all about it.
I know you did, but I enjoyed it.
But again, you just said you rewatched it. The McDaniels was probably the best part about some of that. But even then, like during the season, I don't know how much of that I really want to see. I don't. I look at some of the others, like the Colts one was, the Cardinals, you're right. The Miami was pretty good, but episode of it. I don't know that it became appointment television. And I think part of that is what's great about Hard Knocks is it always gives you something more than what you're getting in preseason games, which just absolutely suck. And what else is on that it's competing with? During the season, I got Monday night football. I got Thursday night football. My Friday nights are busy at a high school stadium for most of the year. I got college football on Saturday. And, my wife still gets a night or two where she says, you know what, we're going to watch tonight? This. So I don't know that I get Hard Knocks. I don't know.
I didn't like the other in seasons, just the Dolphins one.
That's because you got a man crush on a guy that wears capri pants like you. Let's be honest.
No, it was also fun to watch them kind of fall apart at the end of the year as things kind of started spiraling downwards.
How much of that actually made the show?
A lot.
All right. Well, maybe I'll be bored and go find it. I'm almost done with Baby Reindeer. Are you watching Baby Reindeer on Netflix?
Never heard of Baby Reindeer.
Dude, Baby Reindeer is an interesting show. Interesting.
Oh.
Gets a little dark and weird, but it's an interesting show. The way it starts and the way it's ending, you would not have predicted that. Just saying. I don't know. Netflix told me I should watch it. It was, in the
it's in your algorithm.
I guess, I don't know. You know how, it always tells you the top 10 shows or the top 10 or it was in the top 10. I said, what's this? And I looked at it and went, all right, let's see. And I think I saw some people posting about it, which also helps me figure out new shows because it's about that time. The Cowboys do obviously a lot with having their own different series and cameras around the building. It's nothing new. And I remind myself a lot of that when I get pissed off at Micah Parsons and his podcast. And then I realize he's no different than his boss. Jerry always invites the cameras in. I would really like to see the Cowboys, I don't know, off-season activities, because that might be the only time we actually get to see what they really think of Trey Lance. This off-season, and looks like preseason, Trey Lance is going to get all the work. And I say all the work, the majority of the work. So yesterday was a big day for Cowboys assistants to talk to the media. And one of the things that the offensive coordinator, who's Brian Schottenheimer, Schotty talked about Trey Lance. And while Mike McCarthy is the play caller, they still have a guy with the title. And he said yesterday, we know what we've got with Dak. We know what we have with Cooper Rush. So much about Trey Lance that they're still trying to figure out, as I paraphrase. So it will be interesting to see what they think of Trey Lance and what they tell us about Trey Lance if he's getting the majority of the reps in OTAs. It also makes me wonder, kind of like the stories the other day about Jared Goff, no deadline for him to get a deal unless maybe his agent hinted he wouldn't show up for OTAs. Hard to get work done if your quarterback's not there. Well, if you're the Cowboys going with that same philosophy, hard to get work done if your quarterback isn't there. What the hell are you actually going to get done if your quarterback isn't getting the majority of the reps? If you've decided that, we know Dak, we know Coop, we got to see what we've got in Trey Lance. I want him getting a lot of reps, but majority of them, that's kind of interesting. Then Scott Tolzien, who's the Cowboys quarterback coach, just the idea of having a full offseason with Trey Lance and how helpful that will be.
Yeah, it's always nice when you get a full offseason with a guy. So, because you can, you get a guy like we got Trey week 1 last year, you kind of playing a little catch up. But it's nice being able to start with a foundation and kind of learn it as you go. It's no different than jumping into a math class after you move midway through the year. It's nice to teach it from the grassroots so he can hear the origins of everything.
Schottenheimer said he's an unbelievable athlete in talking about Trey Lance. I think we all know that. He just hasn't played a lot of football since high school. That's the biggest concern, which is also the great curiosity of what you have in Trey Lance. He didn't play a lot for the 49ers. We all know he didn't play a lot in college, yet he was still a high draft pick. Getting him a ton of reps in OTAs, mini camp, training camp. The Cowboys running back by committee, which is its own set of concerns. But you still got to make sure Dak is ready to go with a new offensive line. You still have to make sure Dak is ready to go with a brand new center, whether it's Beebe or Hoffman, if Beebe is unable to make that move. But it certainly seems like there is a huge focus on really trying to see what they have in Trey Lance. You hear those assistant coaches talking yesterday about Trey Lance, and you kind of come back to, is Dak going to get another contract? Man, they are taking this Trey Lance for a test drive, and then calling the dealership and saying, you know what, I ended up in, I don't know, Dallas. I'm going to spend the night. I'll bring him back next Tuesday. Can I drive this thing for a week as opposed to a couple hours? It just feels like there's more of an extra test drive going on with Trey Lance than what you would normally see out of a third quarterback. I get in this mini camp and early on, they know what they've got in Dak and they know what they have with Cooper. But isn't it about making sure the team is ready and not just one guy, especially if you've got a new center?
What if you're trying to move that guy and showcase him?
Who?
Trey Lance. The one guy that's never been on the field dating back to high school.
You know, it's possible. I mean, don't discount his game film from the 4 games he had in San Francisco or the, I don't know, less than 24 games that he had at whatever Dakota State he was at. I just look at that and I go, I mean, the quarterback center exchange is so important. I mean, you know, you don't know if Beebe's got a sweaty ass or not, and Dak's going to have to get used to that. That's something you don't want to find out on a September day in Cleveland, that Dak's hand doesn't quite fit. I just, and again, just taking them what they said yesterday, you know, talking about it. Then some of the things they talk about with the running back room, because it's running back by committee, which is always a great idea. We'll dive into that coming up on the Blitz. Plus, we will get our final Wednesday qualifier for the 3-day ACL Music Festival wristbands. We've got some trivia coming up. You want to try to get qualified? Grab a phone line right now. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. You know, injuries do happen, and when they do, you can skip the ER and get to an Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, strains, conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday. They have on-site x-ray, casting, and bracing. Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, but best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. So if you're injured, get to an Ortho Now Injury Clinic. Learn more online at tsaog.com. That's tsaog.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Thursday on the Morning Huddle, we know the schedules. We'll tell you what you'll be doing in the middle of October. And we'll find out if I was as wrong about the Thunder as I was about the Timberwolves. Starts at 6 right here at the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Like 2 lines of talk, text, and data for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings versus Verizon and AT&T. Experience all this and more on America's largest 5G network. At T-Mobile, customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for just $30 a line. Switch today.
With AutoPay using debit or bank account, plus taxes and fees, 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. See details.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
With a true Vegas feel, the Big Blind is the premier poker room in San Antonio, featuring an upscale environment catering to players from all abilities. From high-octane tournaments, Blind has a game for everyone, including blackjack tournaments. From the owners of the Roo Pub and the Angry Elephant, the Big Blind is locally owned and operated, offering daily cash games to daily, weekly, and monthly tournaments. Learn more online at thebigblindsa.com. The Big Blind at 281 and Redland Road.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio representing people and families who've been injured in traffic collisions since 1994. The reason it's important to call me as soon as possible is the number of tricks and mistakes you can make, even up to talking to insurance companies, which I'm going to tell you not to do. And also some of the billing practices at our local hospitals. And over the last year, I've seen more and more of this, where hospitals are asking patients to assign benefits they do not have to assign, all in an effort to get more money to the hospital than they would receive if all you used was your health insurance. When you call, I will give you your options. We'll talk about your case. And all of that is free of charge. If you or a family member has been injured in a traffic accident, whether car, commercial truck, motorcycle, I want you to call me as soon as possible after the collision. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400. Or go to my website at alawyerforus.com.
Dave Ramsey here from my friends over at Connecticut in San Antonio. Trust me, Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison. Connecticut uses less water and runs on kinetic energy. So there's no computer to break, fewer moving parts, and it works only when you need it. It was even voted most efficient water softener in the world by the Water Quality Association. The team at Connecticut San Antonio can test your water, install a system, and provide treatment, all without stepping a foot inside your home.
I'm Chris Canepa of Connecticut and San Antonio in the Hill Country. I'll let you try a Connecticut quality water softener for 90 days absolutely free. Call us at 656-PURE, that's 656-7873, or visit us on ConnecticutSA.com.
And tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
Call 656-PURE, Connecticut.
Don't sweat a swing and miss thanks to insurance tokens from BetMGM. Add an MLB wager to your bet slip and activate your bet insurance token. If your bet with the token applied doesn't hit, you'll get your stake back in bonus bets up to a specified maximum amount. That's another chance to step up to the plate and bet on the action out there on the diamond. Go to your BetMGM account today to claim your bet insurance token and get your stake back in bonus bets if your MLB wager using the token doesn't win. Only at BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks and official sports betting partner of MLB. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older. This U.S. promotional offer is not available in D.C., Mississippi, New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, call 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, call 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, call 1-800-981-0023. For West Virginia, visit www.1800gambler.net. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
This is Andrew Monaco, and you're listening to the home of the Aggies, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Joe Reinagel, easy for me to say, took the rest of the day off on Jason Minnick. Wednesday night. Time to get the final Wednesday qualifier for our 3-day ACL Music Festival wristbands. We're going to give away the wristbands on Friday night. Friday around 6, we'll have all 20 qualifiers for the week in a hat. And then I've enlisted a 4-year-old boy to draw names out of said hat. The son of Nick Trey, our promotions director. I don't want to be responsible. And Pledge won't be here, and I don't want to put too much on Edwin. So, we'll do our final qualifier Friday at 5:30, and then we'll get Nick Trey on the phone, and we'll have his son pick the name out of the hat. That I think is be the good plan. You've got a chance to get qualified. Today we'll have 4 more chances tomorrow and 4 more chances on Friday here on the Blitz. On the morning huddle, you've got 6 chances tomorrow. 7:30, 8:30, and 9:30, and then Friday, 7:30, 8:30, and 9:30. That on the morning huddle. They're not qualifying for the same wristbands. These are different wristbands. We've got a set. They've got a set, and we'll do it again next week too because we although Rob Thompson seems to indicate that we might have fewer than we think, but we'll figure all that out. So we've got trivia questions, and I got to admit, this trivia question that James Pledger came up with, this is going to be interesting. I hope we get an answer before his show starts. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Let's go to the phones. And, hey, James, you're on the Blitz. What's going on, man?
Doing well. Thanks for taking my call, guys. I'm a little nervous after that lead in, though.
Dude, you should be nervous. You really should be because, a lot of these, I know, not to sound braggy, but, and it's James Pledger, and I thought he was going to come up with more Blink-182 questions, and this isn't. It's a Dua Lipa question. How well do you know your Dua Lipa?
Not well at all, sir.
Okay. This is going to go extremely well for you, James. What song did a previous ACL drummer lay the drum track for, and who was it? Now, I will give you a hint here off the bat. When it says ACL drummer, this guy is in a big-time band that headlined ACL in, I'll just go the last 15 years.
I have no idea, so I'll just say go Bears. I'm a diehard Bears fan. Thanks for taking my call.
Go Bears. Uh-huh. Hey, Andrew, you're on the Blitz. What's going on, man?
How you doing?
I'm fantastic. You heard the question, right?
Yeah, I'm going Chad Smith.
Wait a minute. You're going Chad Smith. Did you Google that?
Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Well, I know who he is. I'm just wondering how the hell you knew that was the answer to the question.
I think on Monday when I went first, I got a really hard question, and today I got lucky.
I'm just, you Googled it, didn't you?
Did I win?
Well, technically, no. You've gotten part of the question right. What was the song?
Okay.
What was the song?
My Heart.
That would be incorrect.
Damn.
That would be incorrect.
Break My Heart.
That part too would be incorrect. That was a really nice try on the Google machine there. Hey, Kevin, you are on the Blitz. Now, you've gotten a good part of this clue. I mean, this is like Wheel of Fortune, and all you need to do is add one letter maybe, and you're going to get there.
Honestly, I missed the question. I was calling right when you were asking the question. What was the question again?
All right. Dua Lipa is one of the headliners this year. She's going to headline Saturday night at ACL. What song did a previous ACL drummer lay down the drum track for, and who was it? Now, this is a guy, his band played at ACL in recent years. Now, we already know from the last caller it's Chad Smith from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but you also got to get the name of the song, and the last guy had a couple of the words in there, but not the complete song title.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not 100%. I'm not sure, so I say good luck to the next caller.
Yeah, all right, man. Appreciate you trying, Kevin. Robbie, you're on the Blitz. What's going on, man? Is Robbie there? Robbie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, man?
You're...
Yeah, it's Dua Lipa, Chad Smith, and Break My Heart.
Break My Heart. That is incorrect, sir.
What?
Well, there's something that goes before break my heart. It really isn't that hard, and it's on a T right now. There is a word there. You don't want to be the guy that messes it up at this point. It's too easy. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Glad you're going to put more callers up there. We've got to get the right answer. And again, this is a pledger question. We're trying. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Andrew, you're on the Blitz.
You promise it's not break my heart?
Do I promise? I don't promise anything. I just go with what James Pledger tells me.
James, help me, James.
Well, that's not what you wrote on this on the page. Well, if I say it, then you're going to get it. It's written right there on the page. You have a copy of it. This is James Pledger's question. I honestly don't know, but I will find out.
That's my final answer.
So you put the wrong answer on there? How do you type wrong? You wrote "Don't break my heart" when it's just "break my heart," and all I know is that
I typed it wrong. Sorry.
Well, you can't type it wrong when it's a trivia question.
I did.
All right, so give us the full answer here.
The drummer is named Chad Smith, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and the song that he laid down the drums for with Dua Lipa was "Break My Heart." Final answer.
You know, I'm going to say that's correct because I can't even help. As I pull up Dua Lipa on my iPhone and her music, top songs, I don't see a "Don't Break My Heart" anywhere on here.
Yeah, it's just "Break My Heart."
I don't see a "Break My Heart" anywhere on here. I see a "Don't Start Now," IDGAF. I don't see "Break My Heart" on here. Are we sure she even sings this song?
I am. It's one of her most popular songs. I'm surprised it doesn't populate on your Spotify.
I mean, if you're looking at YouTube, I will show what her top songs on my page come up with, and that ain't one of them. Not at all. Illusion, Training Season, New Rules, Don't Start Now. None of them are anything about breaking hearts. I'm not going to break yours, Andrew. I'll put you on hold, and Pledge will get some info from you. Are you going to play this song? Do we have it queued up and ready to go? It's a highly professionally produced radio show. We may or may not play the song that we're talking about that we can't even get right in putting together the Q&A. And if you were the other guy that said "break my heart," sucks to be you. I can only go with what's on the sheet.
Well, Andrew was the first one. He called back.
Same guy. Did you call him back and say, like, "Dude, I screwed you. Hang on"? Are we going to hear this song or no? All right.
I've always been the one to say the first goodbye. Had to love and lose 100 million.
And that's Chad Smith, huh?
Had to get it wrong to know just what I like. Now I'm falling.
And you're sure you can play this on the radio, right?
I got the claim one.
All right. Yeah, that's not showing up on my deal as one of her top songs. Chad Smith is one of the best drummers on the planet. There was a long time, as much as I like Red Hot Chili Peppers, although admittedly not a fan of their 2022 ACL show. I was there for that one, and they ended early. They ended that show so early. You know, normally the headliners, because, you know, they're going and then they end and there's fireworks. They ended early. Red Hot Chili Peppers has turned into that band that they show up for work and they don't go extra. You know, last time I saw them in the Alamo Dome, I felt like they just mailed it in. They just showed up, did their show, and they left. But there was a while where I thought Chad Smith was going to end up being the Foo Fighters drummer after Taylor Hawkins passed, because that Taylor Hawkins tribute concert that they had at the Forum, and they had all the great drummers that were there. Chad Smith was one of the best, and he did a lot with the band, as was Josh Freese, who ended up with the job. I'm not unhappy with Josh. He's phenomenal. But I really thought it was going to end up being Chad Smith, partly because I think Red Hot Chili Peppers is bored and they're just touring now because they like money. And just knowing the kind of drummer that Chad Smith is, he would have fit right in with Foo. Although Josh Freese has been phenomenal, but I really thought there for a while it was going to be Chad Smith.
Was it Freeze you saw in Boston?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. So last year, Boston Calling, billed to be the first Foo Fighters show since Taylor passed. So obviously I got tickets. I'm that guy. I had to be there for that. But it technically wasn't the first show, their first big show, but they played at a small place in New Hampshire a couple of days before that. I don't know, 8,000 people might have been there for that. That technically was the first Josh Freese Foo Fighter show. And I know some of you were up there in Dallas a little more than a week ago, and then they played Jazz Fest. I'm going to see Foo Fighters this summer at Citi Field that I'm looking forward to. And I think Josh Freese has done a hell of a job just, kind of taking over that role. And it's not hard to be it's extremely difficult to be a drummer for Foo Fighters because the frontman, Dave Grohl, is technically the best drummer in that band. And the other day, driving up to my mother's house for Mother's Day, I started listening. First time I've ever done an audiobook, but I started listening to Dave Grohl's audiobook. And what I love about it is it's Dave Grohl that's narrating it. And I don't know, it's a long drive, but I'm at the point in the audiobook where Dave Grohl is talking about Nirvana has just hit a level of fame that they did not know how to deal with. So I'm at that point in the audiobook. So next road trip or plane trip, I will continue that. But yeah, it's pretty wild.
When is the next road trip or plane trip?
The 25th.
This month?
Yeah, May 25th.
Ooh, where are you heading?
Iowa. What are you looking at me like that? Who doesn't love a Saturday in Iowa?
Montana booked up or?
No, I'm going to go see George Strait, Chris Stapleton, and Little Big Town in Ames, Iowa on May 25th.
Oh, well, that's a hell of a show.
It is a hell of a show.
The venue was not what I was expecting to come out of your mouth.
Neither is the show. But, we were drinking at the Rue Pub a couple of weeks ago, and, and then the next day, my friend Andy said, hey, here's the details on the trip. And I was like, I think you're texting this to the wrong dude. He was like, no. Joanna told Tamara that you guys were down to go because they're going to that show. And I was like, we are. So I looked at Joanna. I said, what did you commit us to? And she was like, oh, yeah. Do you want to go see George Strait in Ames, Iowa? All right. Now, what's cool about this, and for all of you people that have spent thousands to go see this same show in College Station in mid-June, I got floor tickets on row 20 for $240 each. It's cheaper to go to Iowa to watch this show than to go see this show in College Station, where upper level tickets are north of $300.
Now, you don't have to factor in travel in terms of airfare.
No,
like
I do because Southwest getting to Iowa is a pain in the ass. So we're flying on United.
Oh,
yes. This is one of these times I'm cheating on Southwest Airlines.
I did not know that was possible for you.
Oh, it's very possible. I'm still going with when I'm going to go to Jackson Hole, Wyoming this summer, we're flying United, and I've got no points for that. What are you looking at?
So this year you are going to both Ames, Iowa, and Wyoming.
Yes, gonna go to Yellowstone.
Oh, that should be.
Well, yeah, no, Jackson Hole, Wyoming it's pretty awesome. I hope in June.
Are you saying Jackson Hole?
Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Okay.
You've heard of that place, right?
Never.
You've never heard of Jackson Hole, Wyoming?
Never in my life.
Really?
I thought you were making it up, or I was hearing it wrong.
No. You're hearing it right. Got to go to Portland for a wedding. And on the way back from Portland, we're going to spend time in Jackson Hole and then go to New York City in July for our anniversary.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
New York's always a good time.
And we'll see Foo Fighters in New York.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we're going to see, they're playing at Citi Field.
Ah.
And so we'll go up there, stay a couple of days in the city, and then a couple of days, not quite up to the Hamptons, but Jones Beach. So I don't know if you've seen hotel prices in the Hamptons, so Jones Beach it is. So yeah, that'll be.
Not at the Garden?
Huh?
Not at the Garden?
What? I'm not staying in a garden.
Not the Garden, the Madison Square Garden.
No, I said Citi Field.
Yeah.
I don't choose where they play. I just chose the city I'm going to go see them in.
I just figured they would have been playing like a massive show at the Garden.
Foo Fighters needs a bigger building than what the Garden offers. I don't know. They're doing. I have no idea.
Have you ever been there?
The Garden? Yes.
Okay.
Many times. I used to live in New York.
Well, I know.
Yes, we went to a lot. I used to go to a lot of hockey games. I've been to one Knicks game. I don't know, probably 24 hockey games at Madison Square Garden, all between 1991 and 1993. I haven't been back since 1993. And I'm sure those same rats are still there.
Do you have a favorite pizza spot?
In New York? The one that used to be by my apartment is probably not there. But in the early 90s, the pizza places are all great. I don't know that I have a favorite when I go to New York. But there was a place near my apartment in New York, and a lot of places were like this. Like the walls would move because of the roaches and stuff like that. It was a very different time. They've cleaned it up quite a bit since then, but the pizza's still the same. And it's great because you get them, you fold it over on your with the paper plate, and you get the grease running down your arm, and that's you've got good pizza. But I was 19. I didn't know what the hell good pizza was.
That's the best slice of pie I've ever had.
Yeah. You're going to talk pizza or football coming up on Extra Innings with Pledge?
Well, a little bit of everything. Pizza, football, some playoffs probably.
All right, do that because and then NFL schedule release show in about an hour. You're on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. We're back tomorrow at 2.
Riding 410 with the Blitz.